Rusty Quill presents.
Hannah Burner, are those the cozy Tommy John pajamas you're buying?
Paige DeSorbo, they are Tommy John. And yes, I'm stocking up because they make the best holiday gifts.
So generous.
Well, I'm a generous girly, especially when it comes to me. So I'm grabbing the softest sleepwear, comfiest underwear, and best fitting loungewear.
So nothing for your bestie.
Of course, I'm getting my dad, Tommy John. Oh, and you, of course.
It's giving holiday gifting made easy.
Exactly. Cozy, comfy, everyone's happy. Gift everyone on your list, including yourself, with Tommy John and get 40% off site-wide right now at TommyJohn.com/comfort.
You know that feeling, that nagging sense that something in your life isn't working? Maybe it's your job. It doesn't excite you anymore. Maybe it's your routine. Every day feels the same. Maybe it's your goals. They all seem out of reach. Instead of making a change, you tell yourself, I'll figure it out later. Stop waiting. Start making progress with Strawberry.me coaching. Strawberry.me isn't therapy, and it's not just advice. It's a success strategy for your future that helps you set clear goals, build a real roadmap, and follow through. Because let's be honest, knowing what to do and doing it are two different things. Strawberry.me matches you with a certified coach who helps you tackle career changes and big life decisions. If you're stuck, this is how you move forward. Go to strawberry.me/career and get 50% off your first coaching session. That's strawberry.me/career.
Hey everyone, it's Russell.
And Christine.
So I just found this mobile game everyone's talking about. Royal Match. Gorgeous graphics and super fun puzzles.
Bro, you're late. I'm already at level 700. I play it every day on the subway because it doesn't need Wi-Fi.
Wait, what? I've got to catch up.
Oh, and they just added new mini games. They make it even more fun and challenging.
Alright, show's over. I'm gonna go play.
Download Royal Match on the App Store or Google Play today.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
This season on The Dream.
Supplies are being provided by nurses who run out in the middle of the night and purchase diapers, but the hospital is still charging as if they still have these items.
We are digging into every topic we've ever wanted to cover on this show.
It's a spinning plate analogy. The second that you stop spinning those plates, that crashes. So you can never stop working.
The Dream Season 4 comes at you weekly starting Monday, January 20th.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.
Welcome back to Gals and Goblins, the final end of year recap. I don't know why I said final. End of the year recap. Just the end of the year recap.
That's right. We're disbanding.
Final one of the year.
Last year.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
We make that joke every quarter.
Yeah.
It's all
That's
over.
it.
But they're going to get more scared because Jared is leaving for
That is
2
true.
months.
Yeah. But y'all are leaving for a month too.
We're leaving for we're going on strike for 1 month. And then, then we're going to cross the picket line.
Yeah.
Then we've scheduled it out. We're going to scab.
Yeah, we're going to scab.
Of January.
We're bringing in replacements. Yeah.
But Jared's sort of like holding the line out until February.
Yeah.
And then he also will be
and he's
scabbing.
and no, he's the reason we'll get a union. So he holds strong.
No.
Shit.
No.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Gals and Goblins,
Scabs.
classic union busters.
Why do we always start these these normal episodes that aren't real episodes?
Aren't real.
It's just us talking. We start these that we put on the main feed as we're getting canceled, y'all. Isn't that so funny?
We always put
also we're over. We're ending.
Here's the thing.
We put terrible things out into the universe.
It's because here's the thing, because if you long for it, it'll never come to you.
Yeah, we need to manifest better things.
We are. That's at the end. We have to start low, get high.
Okay.
Anyway, it was good. Y'all.
Anyways, I was gonna say, guys, I haven't been doing great. I've been doing so great lately.
Okay, tell us about it.
No, it's just a bit for starting.
No. Keep the bit going. Tell us about it.
It's just,
I don't know if this is the bit that we want to do. I don't think this is a fun bit.
What? No.
Things have been tough.
Things have been tough. That was
The
really
wife
genuine.
left, so
There
My
she
wife
goes.
left
Yeah.
me.
My gal left.
She took the kids.
She took my
Wow.
goblins.
My translator here.
All right.
what a year it's been.
We start-
2025.
2020. What a year it's been.
Shut
2025. Let's take a look back at how we
This is why
started.
we have to do bits, because if we're earnest and we say, wow, it's been such a great year, then Jared clowns on us.
Exactly. Wait, we should talk about the.
We have to do bits.
Wait, we should talk about what's on our heads right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
The big guy came early.
Yeah, we've told you what's on our minds, but let's talk about what's on our heads.
The big man from the workshop in the North Pole, he came early to me specifically and dropped off a few packages for us today.
Olivia's got the connect.
Yeah, I
You
know
could
him
say.
personally. It's not a big deal.
Ever seen a movie called Santa Claus?
Anyway,
Ever been to a little place called Doglandia?
What the
so
fuck
far,
are you talking-
really deep cut.
So on our heads, we have mic covers that are like color coded for us.
Yeah, like mine's green because my favorite color is green.
Mine's red because Bean is from hell.
Venus.
Venus from
hell.
Venus.
The Venus from hell. Whoa.
You suck
That's
on
what
my
they-
penis.
That's what they used to call me back in college.
Jared's is pink because his favorite color is pink,
And
then,
mine is orange.
and I think that's just because they didn't have a blue.
They didn't have a blue one.
Rode just released a bunch of blue stuff this year, and I'm gonna buy it.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Buy us one for Christmas and send it to our P.O. box.
But they also sell arms that are like and mics that are all colored.
Whoa.
It's so cute.
What?
That's cool. What?
What?
What the?
What the? So the big man dropped off accoutrement for our headphones to
That was
make them.
French.
That was French
Yeah.
for.
Our translators here.
And also, I hate when like the headphones get tangled, and this will help us differentiate them. So there's little
Sure.
What?
I was just agreeing. I was like,
Oh,
there's little trinkets on our head. I have brown cat ears.
trinket.
what?
Hey, what's up?
Let's just move on.
Are we trying to do a French accent?
Is that French?
Trinket.
Whoa, with the hard T.
Sacre bleu.
Explain what's on your head.
Accoutrement. It's French for accoutrement.
What's on your head right now?
What? Oh, okay. So mine is like two little like lily pads with little kind of lavender, like lilac colored water lilies, and then sitting in the middle of each of them is a frog. So hold on, did I explain that well?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
There's two of them. They're on either side of my head, so
Yeah.
they kind of look like little ears, but they're water lilies with frogs in the middle.
I want you to know
And the frogs
that
are green.
the other option, and I almost bought them, were they had little frog eyeballs that were sticking out from your head.
Yo.
But my name is Lily.
Exactly.
And it's the water lily.
And I felt like the rest of us, like, well, Jared like can have whatever he wants, but it's like Campbell and I have pretty like direct, like these things kind of exist on our characters. So I didn't want to get you like frog eyeballs and be like, what? My only thing is frog.
Well, it is. Also, that's true. Sawyer had a pet frog back in the campaign that was off mic named Monty.
In the
campaign,
yeah.
because he was named
Talk about it
his
quite a
full
bit.
name. His full name was Frogmont because she got him when she was really young, and then they called him Monty for short, but it was short for Frogmont.
So now you have two of them. One's
So now I have
frog and
two.
one's
These will be my Monties.
Froggy and Monty.
Yes, Froggy and Monty. They're twins.
Whoa.
Yeah, literally born the same hour.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You've made so much lore. Jared, what's on your head?
I have like stag horns with like moss on them.
They're technically earth dragon horns.
Oh, earth dragon horn.
Whoa, it's
Yeah.
definitely giving like forest god.
Yeah.
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 Which, to be fair, I kind of had to hint what Jared was getting because, well, can I tell you what I was going to get him? But then I thought he might be mad. There was a jester hat. And I was going to get you a jester hat.
I wouldn't have been too mad.
And then there was like a king's crown because I was trying to like,
No.
I was like, maybe
Yeah,
king's
Jared's
crown.
like anti-establishment. He's like
Well,
anti-modern.
and I
Definitely
also-
not a king.
I also
though,
didn't
too.
feel like he was really the king of us. That felt like really wrong. So, and I would never
yeah,
do
the
that.
jester would make more sense, but also like I like that this is a little more fantastical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had him like pick like I was like, what?
It's very
kind
Little
of-
Branch Town.
Yeah. I was like, what kind of accoutrement would you like? And then yeah, they added 3D effects with moss and vines. And Campbell, what's on your head?
I have little blue dragon wings, of course.
They're the perfect blue.
Honestly, they're
They
like pretty
are.
big.
Yeah. And they kind of flap.
And they're a nice shade of Ruidon blue.
Yeah.
At least that's how I imagine.
Yeah, perfect sky blue.
I was so
Pale
excited that she had the right blue. Oh, and these are made by, well, the big man outsourced this year. He went with a third-party company, which is a small business called Trinket Sorceress.
Yes.
Look her up. They're great.
Oh.
They're super fun.
Wait, we talked about what's on our heads, but are you going to ask what's on my hand?
Oh, well, I guess I have to now.
Well, I mean,
How would you even begin to describe this?
on the day that we are recording, it was my company White Elephant, which funnily enough, I got hired at this place. And then 3 days later, they had the White Elephant last year. So I was like, what the fuck are we doing? And so this year I came prepared and, but one of the presents, this was like the second thing that got opened up. And I was like, oh, I have to leave with that.
On my middle finger. No, wait.
You're going to break it down that much?
on my index finger, the claw of a chipmunk. On my ring finger.
Hey, wait, can you run it back?
Also the claw of a chipmunk.
No, I think it's a squirrel.
I think that's going to be a
It's a squirrel.
That's a squirrel.
It's a squirrel.
And on my middle finger, the head of a squirrel.
Two chipmunk
This
hands and a head of a
abomination.
squirrel. I had two
This
chipmunk hands.
abomination.
Abomination.
It adorns
Jared's holding his mic with two squirrel hands.
my
'cause
fingers.
You don't just have...
and there's so for your thumb and your pinky finger, there's feet. And so then you basically complete your Eldritch horror creation.
It's like, what if your hand was a squirrel? And that's what's happening.
We have one of those boxes that you open it and then the spider like is attached to the drawer and it jumps out and gets your hand.
That
And
also came from my White Elephant.
we've like been like joking about it, like passing it around, like, and Jared just reached over to open it and Campbell went like flinched back as if it was gonna like
Get her.
explode.
She finally admitted to us. So
I'm so scared of it.
Well,
it's
established that it's not real.
I know, but it's still like
it might be this time.
it's still like I
Check off spider.
He's
No,
like-
wait.
No, wait.
He's like mushy.
No, wait, it would be
plastic,
real
and I
the whole
don't
time
Like the
if
way,
it
I don't
was-
like the way he moves. He's like,
And
He does move in a really like he moves in a really realistic way.
And I intentionally, I put this box in front of Campbell's spot at the table because I knew she'd probably be the first one here. And I knew that she would probably just pick it up and open it because she's so curious.
And a little bit ago, she was like, "Guys, can I like tell you something? I came in here by myself and I opened it and it got
and
me."
I got scared. Yeah, I got scared. I pulled it open.
She's like,
and it
"I've
got
been hiding
stuck.
this."
I pulled it harder. It jumped out, and I said, "Ah."
I love it. Like you didn't tell us until you could.
I knew what everybody wanted. Okay, I knew what everybody wanted.
but you didn't give it to us.
You don't open it
before
and
you
get
got up the
scared.
courage to tell us.
Well, because she opened it a second time and she was really cool about it when I was in here. She was like, "What is this?" Opened it halfway as if she like wouldn't get scared by it. So I went, "Damn." I went, "Damn, wow, she's gotten really brave."
I opened it and the spider didn't come out, and I was like, "Damn, I thought there was gonna be like a rat in there."
You went, "What the hell?"
I was like, "Where's the cockroach?"
Anyway, what a year it's been.
What a year.
Yeah, our best year yet.
Truly.
Well, you know what's something we haven't talked about this year?
What?
Is about the 3 minutes of ads that are now in front of this video.
Rusty Quill presents.
Rusty Quill.
Is it, yeah, you know what we haven't talked about? How everybody just finished mashing that 15-second skip button.
Not if you're
Don't talk Rusty Quill. We said that, guys.
not if you're in the
Don't talk.
Patreon right now. You didn't mash anything.
That is true. That is true. If you're in the Patreon, then you have ad-free
And if you
episodes
didn't,
now.
thank you for sitting through the ads.
Yes, thank you so much. If you were listening to this, if you were listening to all, if you're during the break right now and you're listening to all 73 episodes of Gals and Goblins and now you're on the final recap episode, and then you listen to all the ads in the front of this video and all the ads in front of the other
Technically
video.
146 episodes plus some.
Well, no, I'm saying that they listened to the playlist that someone made that they just put our main campaign.
So funny.
I saw that, like,
they said,
3
if y'all
days
don't want to
before."
listen to that bullshit.
I saw that I saw whenever that we were like transferring the feeds and all that. Because for Rusty Quill, we had like change like podcast hosts and stuff like that. And there's a bunch of like behind the scenes stuff. So I was like checking Spotify every day for like other like fake feeds or just like feeds that would pop up that were like our like data isn't from. Anyway, I would like always look up like Gals and Goblins on Spotify, and then I saw like a couple playlists that were like Campaign 1, Gals and Goblins.
I feel honored,
episodes. I know,
honestly.
honestly, I was like, we made it.
Yeah, that is so real. Like,
Yeah.
whoa, we made it.
But hey,
But do you really think they're gonna skip all the study breaks and then they're gonna be like, let me listen to that like year-end recap? Like,
no,
if they're
that's
skipping
true.
the study
No
breaks,
way.
I don't know if they're listening to this.
But what is a real thing? Because I did this with NADPOD. I would skip over their like version, their like short rest or whatever, and then like I got almost all the way through the end of the campaign. And I went, wait, I should listen to those, and I went back.
Say that they're like, oh, I'm doing a re-listen and I'm doing the study breaks this time.
I will say our numbers reflect that a lot. Like every now and then I'll like check the numbers, and it's like the people that listen to the study break, it's like maybe like half to maybe 3/4.
That's wow.
No, it's a huge difference.
But that's
People just like the main.
no, but like you're saying half the people who listen to the main stuff listen to the study break?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a
huge.
great number.
Yeah.
The fact
That's
that
fair.
more than half of people who like listen to the main campaign listen, because it's like even like for like Dimension 20, it's like I don't watch all the adventuring, like the adventuring parties, and I love them, you know? So it's like the fact that like over half the listeners are like sticking around, that's pretty good.
I feel like sometimes also the study breaks are for like the people who like stay caught up. It's easier to take in the study breaks than like if you
were really trying to binge, it would
or like if you just really want to catch up, because sometimes like you like to be caught up so you can like talk with everybody, so you would skip them just because it's like quicker. But yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, the Rusty Quill stuff was stuff that had been like behind the scenes for several months, and then we like got around to time, and then we were like, oh, it's got to be moved, and then finally like December we were like, oh, thank goodness.
It was such a relief whenever we could finally announce it. It was like, because like also the announcement comes with like a lot of the upfront work is done, so like honestly now like most of the work is like on their end as part of like being our network.
There's not
you
even
know, like that's their
honestly there's like not even a lot of work anymore. I mean, other than like promotional stuff every now and then.
Yeah, but like most of the work was like the front end, and then also like not being able to tell people, but being like, especially like going to conventions, like other people in the industry, having these conversations, and then being like, what's going on? Like, what do you have? And wanting to be like, I do have something, but like I couldn't just being like, yeah, we have exciting stuff coming up. I felt like I was BSing them, but it's like I just like can't tell you what it is. So oh my god, it's so nice to be like the front end work is done, and we can tell people, and it's like it's done.
And you know who's responsible for that? Olivia Rose McCain.
That's true. Our CEO.
Thank you very much, Olivia.
I read a lot of contract.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And then I sent it to a lawyer, and then I read more contract.
You're so good at reading contract. We would have meetings. Well, we had one big meeting where we had to go through like a bunch of lines of the contract, and I don't know, just listening to you, Olivia, like go through all those things and understand like what the discussion was or what the bargain was that they were making was like, I had no idea what the conversation was, but I was trusting you.
I was ready.
And you're just so incredible.
Thank you.
It was giving Elle Woods.
Yeah.
The Elle Woods of the TTRPG industry.
Thank you.
Yes.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. It's super great though. They approached us. We've never specifically sought out a network because like,
well, because before this, we were like, let's just do our own thing. Because networks reached out to us and we were like, very flattered. And like, it was like, okay, this is a good sign that people see us and are like, oh, you have something. So we were like, we can't do it yet.
Yeah. And we were also like, I think we were all hesitant because inside us are two wolves, which are, we want to make this fun and not have to give in to the horrific capitalist machine, which means ads, and the other half.
And we wanted y'all to like not have to listen to, like it was fun to be like, we don't have ads.
We didn't want to put ads until we felt like they would actually be beneficial or worth it to us on our end. And honestly, it didn't even happen till this year. There's like so much involved, and like we just didn't have the bandwidth to do it to make it worth it.
Yeah. But like now we're at the point where it's like the ads are going to like actually in a concrete way help us make the podcast better.
We can actually improve the quality of the product that we're giving you with the ad revenue that would come in.
Which was very important to us, that we had like a number in mind and didn't pull the trigger until we were like, if we can't kind of assume we can make over this number with ads, then like we're not doing it. So also that wouldn't have happened without you guys, because that's literally directly related to streams and everything.
Yeah. You guys are, in the nicest possible way, you guys are the numbers.
Yeah. But we love each and every one of you.
Whenever
You're so much
you're
more
so
than
much
that.
more.
Yeah.
Wait, you're so much more than that. They're like posting on Twitter.
Yeah.
They're taking me out
They
of
called
context
us
on
a
Twitter
fucking
right now.
number.
But like, yeah, it's like whenever we show them like, oh, because everyone's like, oh, like what are your numbers? Like that's just like how it works with some in the entertainment industry. It's like, okay, like we got to look at these numbers. But it's like that's y'all. Like
Yeah.
it's just cool that it's like, yeah, these are all like individual people who are like listening to this and enjoying it and like usually like taking part in the community in some level. Like even if you just like have a friend who you recommend it to and then like you talk about it, like that's building the community. Or if you're like in our Discord or commenting or like posting fan art or posting like YouTube animatics, like it's like all this stuff. It's like it's just cool that like that's who it is when we're in the business meeting and we're like, okay, yeah, here are our numbers. It's like these are all people who are like listening to the show and talking about it and enjoying it.
I think we try very hard and actively to make sure that like we don't see it as numbers, we see it as people, which I think is like at the end of the day something we will always have to continue to remind ourselves. But it's like we also have a lot of direct connection to the people, so it makes it easier than if like we didn't have a Discord or social media or everything. I think it'd be a lot easier for everybody just to like fade away. So we really appreciate you even comments on Spotify. I love it. I love episode
I
drop
read every single one.
I love going through and reading them. I just went through and read all the I was feeling kind of down and I like stalked our own Patreon and read all our Patreon comments and they're so fun.
Yeah, or like I'll go back to older episodes that maybe I had like 6 comments when they dropped and like see even more now because people like get caught up. So that's really great.
It's fun to watch because I have the like Spotify creator app on my phone, and so I get the notifications when they come through, and it's always fun when you see like episode 1, someone will comment like, brand new to this podcast, like so excited to start listening. Like I love Beans. And then
it's always Beans is my favorite.
Yeah,
Hey, we have to give you an entry. We have to give you a gateway drug, don't we?
And he's a good one.
You
But
get
it's
one
always,
sniff
like,
of this guy.
I would kill for Beans. He's so cute. And then 2 episodes later, they're like, oh my God, like this is so fun. And then just watching them like every few episodes. And I get the notifications on my phone. So it's just cute to watch like those journeys like happening in real time.
Yeah.
And then they'll finally comment on 72 and be like, I'm caught up. Oh my God, this is crazy.
And then there's like episode like, what is it, like 22? And they're like, the fucking Briar Night. And it's like, and then so like the little like hate comments or like people that get really annoyed and they're like, this is ridiculous.
That's not how S.H.I.E.L.D. works.
That's not how that works. And it's like, oh yeah, sorry.
Whenever people say that's not how S.H.I.E.L.D. works, I'm like, I'm just calling it a shield.
Yeah.
It's lowercase s.
I used shocking grasp wrong for so long, and we get little comments about it sometimes, and I'm like, oh.
Hey, we're learning too.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, it's our first time living too.
And that's
Take
gonna
care
be
of the world.
that's what I'm gonna say all of 2026. My first time living too.
My first time living.
I'm a new soul.
We even got our first.
I can do this strange world. I
What's the like? This one that's like, I am Peter Pan.
I'm a lost
Peter
boy.
Pan, that's what they call me.
Everyone has either sang that or heard someone sing that in a school talent show.
I am a lost
That song
boy
has been
from
featured
Peter
in
Pan.
every school
Usually
talent show.
No,
ever.
I am a lost boy from Neverland. Usually hanging out with Peter Pan and
guys, that song is about us, okay?
That's us.
Shut up. I have a vendetta against Peter Pan specifically.
I shouldn't have said that.
I can't believe we're bringing it up. I can't believe we sang a fucking song about it.
Do you think you've talked about it in a study break? Like, if somebody listened to all the study breaks, would they know about Peter Pan?
I don't
Have you mentioned
think
it?
so.
It might be too deep and dark of a traumatic memory.
I think I could. I actually think that I need like real world time. There needs to be a little more distance from the show because those.
You're proving your point because you almost said something.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I was in that.
And Campbell and Lily were also in this production I speak about.
Oh, no, I wasn't in that one.
Yeah, we were, and we loved it, but Olivia hated it.
Yeah, I just don't want to make Campbell like directed it, and I don't.
Anyway,
shit job, I'll admit.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That's a terrible job as Hook.
We talked about the big.
Oh, you'd be a great Hook. Don't even say that.
I was a
Don't
bit.
even say that, dude.
It was a bit.
Campbell, you would kill Hook.
Well, she didn't in that production.
No, she was too in her head.
Yeah.
You can't put this.
You can really tell that she really wanted to be Wendy.
Also,
No, I really wanted to be the alligator.
it's a crocodile.
See, and that's why you didn't do your
I didn't get
homework. You didn't get your homework.
Olivia just put her head in. Well, Jared was the dramaturg. That's why he knows so much about it.
It's because you didn't want to wear the. It's because you didn't want to wear the plastic
The garbage
poncho in the summer heat. That was a requirement for crocodile.
Seriously, Campbell Duffy, High Femme, Captain Hook.
When?
6-word triumph story.
What were you gonna say earlier?
Oh, I was just saying, like, we've hit the big, the big headline at the end of the year, but January, the beginning of this year.
But we all have to start somewhere.
Shut the fuck up.
Flashback to January.
Let Campbell say what the fuck she was gonna say.
Let's take a look back at
You
January.
shut up too. I want to hear what Campbell says.
Jared turned 25.
Jared.
Okay.
Go on. Go on,
In
Mr. Krabs.
January, we hadn't even done our first live show yet.
Oh, yeah.
I
My
just think
face-
we should flash it back to all the stuff we've done this year.
I will say we got approached by the live show at the end of 2024,
Yes.
and
We did a big photo shoot.
Yeah, I think
faces.
I think we we're talking about in October. I think we had a meeting in November. And then because it was before even
I got
Jared
my
got hired at
job.
his job because
Yeah.
he was at that meeting and then he got excommunicated after he got his job.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, so we spent because the first one was in March. What?
Crazy.
So January, February, March. We spent the first 3 months of the year mostly focused, I think, on live show prep because, we have all the skills, but we were like, what the fuck is this?
Literally, what are we gonna do? And then we had to find a guest, and we did a great guest episode with Katie Wiggins.
We were still in Jared and I's apartment in the open concept apartment
In the
we had,
kitchen.
We had no walls,
no studio.
We just hung blankets up. We had my shitty kitchen table. It's not shitty. It still lives in my kitchen.
Yeah.
It was shitty
It's a
for
great
recording.
kitchen table.
Your kitchen table's going to listen to this.
Not
it
a
was-
fantastic studio table.
It was a cheap table I bought off of Facebook Marketplace to be a dining room table, and then it had to become a recording table.
It's like that book, The Three Trees.
Don't know it.
Oh, shout out. Shout out The Three Trees.
Shout out to my
Shout
boys.
out.
If you know, you know.
Those are my boys. Oh, those are my boys. Shout out Three Trees. Keeping me religious.
Yeah, that's
Single-handedly, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, seriously. It's like the Three Trees,
Big Three Trees head from way back.
No, literally, it's like light as a feather, stiff as a board, but Three Trees is holding it all up.
That's crazy.
Like Spider-Man with the bus. That's Three Trees.
Not gonna lie.
Holding my concept of religion together.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think that we used to record this podcast without a door
Yeah.
and walls.
Well, we had
And we managed.
we
And
had
we did
one
great.
dog for a while, and then we had another dog, but he was really little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
He
my
didn't
gosh,
even
he
know
was
how to.
so small.
He didn't even know how to make a sound yet.
Yeah.
It changed.
Thank God.
He's learned.
He was so little.
And smooth. He was really smooth.
He was really soft and smooth, and now he's kind of crunchy.
He's
No,
crunchy and
sometimes he
wiry.
gets soft and smooth. You need to see him after he gets groomed.
I don't believe it.
He has one day.
He
Okay.
does. He did the bath.
That's what my hair is before I have to start using dry shampoo.
But yeah, and we moved in February.
And then shit hit the fucking fan.
I don't like to think about February.
Personally, it wasn't. I mean, we're fine now.
Gals
but
and Goblins
Gals and
held
Goblins,
up great.
Yeah, we did our best.
Honestly, maybe the only thing to get me through.
Gals and Goblins was like our rose on the raft.
Maybe
you know
Gals
what I
and
mean?
Goblins
we
saved my life.
You were Jack in the water, and Gals and Goblins was rose on the raft.
February was such a wild time because it was my life was fucking crazy from October, November, and then December. I was like, hell yeah, we chill.
Yeah, Jared got a new job, so he was settling in, and then I got laid off. Oh, and Campbell.
And Campbell got laid off.
But Campbell kind of had a job the same day.
Hey, I turned around and got my old job within the hour. So.
Yeah, I wasn't quite.
I
the
love
same
that.
boat.
It's it was no look who's come crawling, but it was oh, thank God.
Yeah, and then it was we moved.
Whenever Jared got hired, the guy who hired him called me, and I was in the middle of the woods.
We were at the Ren Fair.
We were
Oh,
setting
yeah.
up our campsite at the Ren Fair, and I got a call, and I never pick up the phone, so it's a good thing I answered. And I was like, "Hello," and he was like, "Hi," can I say his name? Okay, he was like,
say a fake name.
"Hi, my name's Clarence, and do you have a few minutes to talk about Jared Voswinkle, your coworker?" And I was like, "Oh!"
She literally I remember it so vividly. She like sprung up from the camping chair and like
Ran
immediately went 50 paces away. And so I was like, somebody's dead. I was like, we're gonna have to drive back. Like,
I never thought about how that looked. No, it's because I locked in hard.
You did.
When it comes time, if you're listening to this, you can put me down as a job reference. And I will
maybe tell her.
I will make it sound like you are the Nobel Prize winner of the century.
I did tell her, and then they called her a month and a half later.
Yeah, yeah. So I'd totally forgotten about it, and they called you. They were like, "What capacity have you worked with Jared in?" So I was really doing my best to make Gals and Goblins sound like a real business.
Yeah,
it is.
I know, but anyway, I was hyping this man up like he had saved my wife and 3 young children,
and it worked.
Like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But you had also put me down as your coworker at Gals and Goblins, so I spent the rest of the day like scared as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, and I was also gonna get this call.
You had like missed a call right after that, and we were like, it must be them. And then we were like comparing the numbers, and it was like the numbers different. And so we were like, what if it was them and somebody else was calling? And then it ended up being a random call. And
Yeah.
they never called you.
I think it might have been. What did you call him, Clarence?
Yeah.
Clarence is my fucking dog now. And also, Clarence knew that y'all were at the Ren Fair because he had stalked y'all's Instagram before. And also, Clarence, avid Ren Fair goer. So
Thank God.
he knew exactly where y'all
I was wandering
were.
through the trees like, yeah, we've worked together in a professional capacity for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
In the background.
Yeah.
I told them how you
the
always
EDM
get your work
music.
done on time.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, that was a big thing because the person that got fired before me was always late to shit. So they asked me about being prompt. Like,
Yeah,
all
they
the
asked
time.
me about how prompt you were. They asked me
It's a
about like how you
huge
were
deal.
with deadlines and like procrastination.
And now that I like know the like people who like hire and fire people there, I'm like, like they definitely would have made a fucking huge deal about any small thing that the past person sucked at. But yeah, anyway, that's been an amazing job and I'm very happy there. So
Yeah, Jared and Lily got new jobs.
Oh, I forgot I got a job too.
Yeah, and then Olivia and Campbell got laid off.
yep.
Oops.
Whoopsie.
Everybody in Gals and Goblins was gainfully employed for exactly a week.
Yeah.
Exactly 7 days.
Yeah.
Because
And
it was
then-
like Jared had his government job. You guys were both at
I think
Olivia
you-
worked at Evo for a while and then got, well, I don't want to say got Campbell a job. Campbell earned the job at Evo, but you know, like
I did
connected
play kind of
by
like
Olivia.
I was kind of playing Game of Thrones in the room, but ultimately it was Campbell. I could not. I only had so much power.
Anyway, well, we both worked at Elevate and then I got the job at Elevate, and then Lily got.
And I was
hired at-
working freelance for like up until that point. Like I was doing scenic design and like I was
Yeah.
doing acting, but like really like what was making more money than that was like scenic painting and scenic design. And then Many Worlds Tavern put out an Instagram
Yeah.
post that said we're hiring, and I did a Zoom interview and I said, "You're gonna want to hire me."
And it was like you had just started.
Hey boys, you're
I'm in.
gonna want to put my name down for this one. And then they listened. That's not true. That's not what happened. It was a normal interview. But and now I get
And
to
then
go.
a week later, we got all company-wide meetings on Monday dropped onto our Outlook.
And I was so proud of myself because they all had 9 to 5. So I was like, guys, I finally stepped my game up. Like I did it. I like, you know,
Campbell
and a lot of people applied for it. Like I was like, like we got it. We're up. Like we all have 9 to 5s. We're going to be on the same schedule. Like this is great.
Womp womp womp.
Womp, 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 womp.
Yeah.
Other than our employment woes, we successfully pulled off an incredible first live show.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
Beyond our wildest dreams.
We oversold the
Incredibly
house.
Yeah.
successful. We oversold.
Good merch sales.
Got everybody in off the waiting
People
list.
flew in. That was the craziest part.
Yes.
Like there could have been 3 people in the audience, but if they had all told me like I flew in or I drove in for this, that's all that like mattered.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. But yeah, it was tough getting there because it was like laid off. My dog almost died. I moved homes without used all my money, and it was just like crazy. Then I was like, okay, and then you also have to plan the live show because Jared couldn't do it, so that meant I had to produce and plan, which was great and a great thing to learn that I could do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did we say Jared couldn't do the live show because he works for a government? Are we allowed to say this?
Yeah, we already said it earlier though.
He works for a secret government task force. Yeah, anyway.
We just do cool stuff with theaters. Like we help fund theaters.
Yeah,
So
but
we
since they fund the theaters, he can't
work
get paid.
in a theater.
But yeah, it was the first time we got to meet like, well, I guess not a lot of you because in context, 100-seat theater with like, and it really like most of it was people from Austin that came in.
Yeah, it was
majority.
We had a lot of people fly in and people who listened to the podcast, and then like a lot of our friends and family came to see the show. But a majority of the audience, was like the Austin nerd community
That
really
was
showed up, and we turned a lot of them into listeners, and into fans. You know.
So,
but of course, the coolest part was meeting people who were like, "Yeah, I like, flew to be here." It was like,
Or
what?
drove
Yeah. Like people drove like
14 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll never forget like sitting backstage knowing it was like 5 minutes to go, and like our jesters were out there playing with the audience, and like we'd seen in the Discord who said like they were gonna be there, and like I don't know, it was a new set of nerves that like I don't get very nervous when I go to perform typically, like especially once I'm there in the theater 5 minutes before. It's like fuck it, there's no other choice than I'm going up there. But it was like a new interesting of like I like kind of know these people, right? Like I talk with them online and now they're sitting out there, but I don't necessarily know what they all look like, but I know they're there, and like that's really exciting. And then it was also like, God, I hope they like it.
Yeah, and it's different from like rehearsed theater is like, okay, I know all my lines, I know my blocking, I know exactly what I'm going to do. And it's like improv theater is like, okay, well, we're going to go out there and we're going to make up a whole show, and who knows if it's going to be good. And it was like this middle ground of like, okay, we're about to do a bunch of improv, but also I know a little bit of what's going to happen.
So like I wrote the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it was also like, well, I have to hope I wrote it well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And perform it well. So it was so
and
cool.
There's people out there who like already know these characters and care about them.
Yeah. And like the house was oversold. So then we were like, well, now we have to hold house. We never planned for the contingency of like there were too many people and like they wanted merch, and that was cool.
And it was wild. It was like, because I was going there and I was just like an audience member, and I was like, I am like the least advertised face in Gals and Goblins. And so I was like, oh, like people like aren't going to recognize me. And I was like, all right, cool. But then like I was talking, and I think I saw like people like in the Discord or something be like, I think I hear Jared somewhere.
Because you were right under the live stream.
Directly under the mic.
Because we had to put somebody there that we could be like, you have to shut the fuck up. So like we put people we knew under there so we could still have the
and then like
open.
it was like, audience interactive show. So like I would scream shit out, and then the people that were there also were like, is that Jared? And I'm like, fuck, they know me. They know my voice.
They know me.
You're like, give him a Gatorade.
It's kind of the most advertised part of the show is your voice.
Exactly.
In a way.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was super, super fun afterwards. Especially like the only thing that like I felt like, and like I had like a little bit of like FOMO from the whole thing of like, oh, I wish I was on stage, but was like after the show when people would like come up to y'all and be like, oh my goodness, like you guys, and then I'd be like, they don't know that I'm Jared.
But most of them so totally did.
Yeah. Well, and I was like, oh, do they know me? Do they know that if they come up and say hi, that like I'll be like, hi? But yeah. So.
I think that was like the first time. I don't want to speak for everybody, but I'm pretty sure it like really clicked that like we know there's a bunch of people out there who listen and care.
Yeah.
But it's like we pre-record everything. We don't do it live. So it's not like we're seeing stream numbers or like people actively getting in and looking like watching us live. So it was like the first like real connection of like, holy shit, like people are out there and they care about this and they will spend money and travel and their precious time to come see it. And it was like, huh.
Well, like I said, like in the previous year's end of year recaps of like, it feels like it's a dream. And like these people are all like lying and faking that they like this. Like these are all bots.
We bought
They're
the
not faking
download.
it. They drove 6 hours.
They're not faking it. They're being real.
And they like
they bought a flight to get in.
And I also think the best part is like, I know there was a little group where they were like, we're meeting for KBBQ, and then we're like playing a game. And then I think that was also the best part of like seeing the community hang out and get together, because that's ultimately like the goal, because it's like we can't hang out with thousands of you, unfortunately, on an individual level.
My favorite ever memory from doing Gals and Goblins as a concept is, this is skipping to the second live show, But the Vortex has, this is the theater, the Vortex Theater has a window in the bathroom that's like covered by curtains, but you can see out into the courtyard where there's like a food truck and like seating and everything. And so I was like going to the bathroom before the show and I looked out the window and I saw out at a picnic table like a group of listeners who like are all in the Discord and they'd all coordinated with each other like, oh, let's like meet up and get dinner before the show. And so they were all out there and like some of them had met each other in person before, I think, but some of them hadn't. It was just like a like collection of listeners, and like a lot of people in the group were like meeting each other in person for the first time after having like some sort of online relationship.
Yeah.
And I felt like kind of like creepy.
That's right. We look at you. We look at you from the bathroom window when you least expect it.
We're in the bathroom though, so it's chill.
Yeah.
If you looked in the bathroom, then it'd be a problem.
Yeah, then it'd be weird. I didn't like sit there and like watch them for a long time.
Yes, she did.
You were midstream.
I just looked at midstream.
The window is too tall.
The window's way too high up.
Actually, she was balancing on the toilet seat and then just like shooting her stream down so she could watch.
Lily doesn't like sit down on the toilet.
No, I go
She
standing up only. Standing room only. But I like looked out there and I was like, oh my God, like they're talking to each other. It just was so cool that like it can be a point for like it can be a point of contact for people. Like it can be like the reason you like take the jump to like travel and go like meet people or like form a new connection.
Or
I just thought that was the coolest thing ever.
We did that live. The first live show was a Saturday night, and then we all had a Sunday. We went to Sherwood, and we all hung out at Sherwood.
Sherwood, the Renaissance Fair.
Yes. Yeah. And we hung out, we celebrated, and then I work at the Vortex. So I went to the staff meeting on Monday, and my manager was like, do you guys want to do another one?
So like imagine like
the bar sales were great.
Like immediately they were like, y'all want another date? Or
it was like the stress of like it was so fun, but it was a lot of work and stress and hoping it would be good. And then it was like, we did it. It was beautiful. Like all the stress lifted off of us. And then it was like the next day Campbell was like, so they're talking about a summer date. And I was like, yeah, that's I was like, I'm really excited, but like I have to process. And it was certainly not as stressful the second time, but we had to have a long conversation with Jared because, you know, we don't want to not do the show with them.
Yeah.
And it's like there was a lot of conversations of like, well, this could be a repeatable thing. Like, you know, if we have a show and people enjoy it and it's good, then we can just keep doing this. And it's like, well, you know, is it Gals and Goblins if it's all gals?
Yeah.
There's no goblin. But I was like, first of all, and we've had this about like other projects that we're going to be having in 2026, but it was like, I do not worry about like, it's like, yeah, I wish that I could be in it. Yeah, like I'll feel sad. However, I am much happier and I still benefit selfishly from y'all's success.
See, the best part is he got to benefit from a lot of the outcomes of the live show, didn't have to do any of the work.
Exactly. So. It's like you guys
You're still
succeed.
a 25% owner of a company that just made a bunch of money.
And so it's like if y'all have to like turn stuff down for some like fake I said fake feeling, but of just like but for some feeling of like, oh, like I'm missing out. It's like, oh, that is not like concrete. The concrete thing is I would feel better down the line from the success of like y'all's work and also like, you know, riding y'all's coattails.
But that being said, our goal after doing these 2 live shows at the Vortex is kind of like, okay, like the show Gals and Goblins is the 4 of us. Like and especially if people are like driving and flying, like traveling to come see the show. And we like have local Austin fans too, and we love them. But like
they still have to drive to see it.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, that's true. And pay for well, not at the Vortex, but like potentially pay for parking.
Walk 2
buy
miles
a ticket
for parking.
Like, yeah, you have to pay with your body. Not like that.
Yeah, that's right. We took payment with your body.
All right.
Anyway, it's like you are a fan of Jared. You are a fan of the 4 of us, and we want to deliver that like in a live show. And so that's kind of pushed us, I think in a good way, like pushed us to look at in 2026 to look at out of state options.
Yeah.
Like, where else can we
didn't want
perform?
this to just be an Austin show.
Yeah.
It's like Gals and Goblins is based in Austin and is proud to be based in Austin, but we didn't want the Gals and Goblins live shows to be like an Austin thing.
Yeah. And we want to bring the show to you. If people are willing to come to us, it's like, well, we want to bring the show to you.
Exactly.
And then at that point, it's literally an issue of like money and logistics, which is like that's what being a producer is, it's like, that's like why the job is so like complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, we want to bring it to you. And also we want like Jared to be in the show because he's part of the show.
And we want to go other places.
Yeah. I want to go to Portland.
I think it was also
an excuse.
like I think it was also like it was important for us. Like there were so many new things in doing a live show that it was nice to have the comfort and safety of like a home theater. Cause like we have done a ton at the Vortex that like we knew the space, we knew the people who would be there working with us and like helping us, and we could bring in all our friends that we trust to like do all the technical side of things. So like
we had someone who worked there who they would give the key to at the end of the night.
Yeah. So it was
So we
nice
could
to
be
have
there.
like the safety net of like, we don't have to worry about the venue stuff. We know we have friends who can do all the technical stuff that we trust. We can focus on like, how do we actually make this show work? So now that we've done it twice and it has worked twice, and we kind of have, it's not really a formula, but it's like, we have a bunch of pieces that we can now like, it's a puzzle, and we know like where the pieces can fit and where we can move them around and make a new like image with this puzzle. But yeah, the goal is in 2026, my crazy goal is we'll have 4 live shows and they all will not be in Texas. Now I'm not saying that will 100% happen, but that's Olivia's goal.
Yeah, Olivia likes to have bold goals.
But usually if Olivia sets
it.
Yeah.
Usually if I set a goal, we do it. My goal was
Sure.
maybe a live show at the end of 2025, and we did 2.
When
Yeah.
Olivia says something,
It happens.
Hey listeners, here's what you can do to help me though. You have a theater in your town that you maybe think we would be good. And listen, the Vortex is like 100 seats. We're not talking. We don't need. Please don't give me 1,000.
Please
theater.
do not. Please do not.
Unless you think we're that big, then like thank you.
We don't.
If there's a
Yeah,
little
we
theater
don't-
in
we
your
don't need to
town,
do
a
that.
comedy club that you think we might be good at, send us an email. Drop it in the comments here. Let me just know what the hell is out there, because I don't have connections everywhere.
Yeah.
Or
it's not like we have an agent. Like, just email us and be like,
no, we do. It's me. My name is Olivia. I'm our agent.
Our CEO, our agent, our producer.
Or another way is if you have cons like gaming conventions or Comic Cons or anything like that in your city, maybe just look up their email and say like, you guys should invite Gals and Goblins.
Yeah, recommend us.
Because that is also another way that we can
Be the
do-
change you wish to see. in your
Exactly.
community.
Tell your conventions that you want Gals and Goblins there. But I am serious. Like that is like a way that like we can get to places, even them just reaching out and us being like, well, maybe that doesn't work, but do you have a connection somewhere else? Like that is the whole thing.
Which is another thing we explored this year, which is conventions. We went to our first one as a team this year.
Yeah, we went to Gen Con.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun.
A 4-day convention too. It was a Thursday through Sunday, which most of them are not.
It was a blast.
For a reason.
Yeah, I know. That was like, and I had been to like, I went to like Comic Cons when I was younger, and I would like cosplay, and I would go for the weekend, but being like involved in the industry, but also like wanting to have fun and like we are all fun and hang out ourselves, I think maybe got 3 hours of sleep total over 4 days.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of sleep happening, but we looked cute.
We were in a room approximately 15 feet from Matt Mercer. Was I playing Pac-Man?
15 feet? What? We were like
We were
a foot.
an arm's length away from that man.
Was I more interested in like getting the high score in Pac-Man?
Olivia was locked in on this high score from
But it's
Pac-Man.
like Matt Mercer's right there, and I was like, "That's fine," but I have to get the high
It was
score.
really, we're not being ungrateful. It was really cool to see him and be in a room with him.
No, it was just
but
like-
there were so many people there that you could tell it was like this was a huge moment for them.
Yeah, that should
to,
turn
go
into
and
like
say hi to
the
him.
Godfather.
Yeah.
Like it was like there was like and we saw people of like, oh my goodness, there's like X person from Instagram or like any person that you see that's
met
like
so many cool people.
like Ginny D was there.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, listen, we weren't like conversing with like Ginny D or anybody.
We just
but it
got
was
invited
like,
to the same party
Yes, we
because
got
we worked with
invited.
Start
It's
Playing.
also like, like Matt Mercer, he was just ordering a drink at the bar. And like, he knows that when he goes to the like TTRPG like industry party
He knew
at the rented out bar,
what
like
he was walking
yeah, so it's
into.
like I'm sure he sort of has like a set amount of time of like I'll be down ordering at the bar, and then like he can
Well,
you know, when he doesn't want to be in that anymore.
No, there was a whole VIP area. He went down there specifically to talk to everyone.
So it's like, so whenever people are coming up and talking to him, it's like, that's fine. Like, I don't think it's like rude for people to come up and talk to him because like he knows what to expect. But yeah, it's also like he's talking to his buddies and ordering a drink at the bar. Like, I'm not gonna go up and interrupt him.
Yeah. And
but it was cool that he was there.
And did we break into the VIP area of this party? Yes. And was it to talk to Matt Mercer? No. It was to go down a slide.
No one was using the slide.
Second level to the first
and everybody was too scared to use
on it.
And then we went on it, and then several people started going.
Yes, trendsetter. And so did we sneak up into the VIP area? Yes. Did we interrupt anyone's conversations? No. Did we do networking? No. Did we climb any ladders? No.
No, we made friends.
Well, of course we made friends.
Sorry, not in the VIP section.
No, in the VIP, I'm just saying, like, the VIP section, you know, it's not
we
like we went up
averted
there
our
and we're
gaze
like,
respectfully.
Now's our chance. Whenever I see, like, a very famous person, I don't want them to think, like, uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of, like, act like I don't know who
I kind of glaze my eyes over. I'll be like, hey.
Because I want them to, like, not feel the pressure.
Mark Mercer? No, I just want to say, like,
I recognize you.
What I was getting at was that, like, there were a lot of people that, like, you see on Instagram that are like, oh my God, that's fucking, like, D&D person.
Yeah.
And so, like, there were, like, different levels of motion that people had in that room.
Yes.
And then it was Matt Mercer came in, and then
magnet.
the most motion man. And, like I was saying, it was like the fucking Godfather. People were, like, going out to him, like, thank you so much for everything that you do. Thank you for everything that you've done.
What were we going to do? I have plenty of nice things to say to Matt Mercer, but it was like,
well, and here's the other thing.
What am I going to say to you?
Here's the other thing that we're kind of forgetting.
Also, Pac-Man.
The fact that, also we had a fucking blast with the ping pong table. Look, we didn't have like, you know, like fame motion, but we had personality motion.
We
because
always
another
do.
thing that we did is that all four of us were wearing matching fucking shirts, like a bunch of fucking dweebs.
So cute.
No, but people said I liked it. They said it made
we looked like dweebs, but it was super cute.
We're
like,
dweebs.
Dweebs affectionately.
But also, we walked into this party and everyone was only talking to the people that they knew.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, first of all, the host of this party is incredible at making connections between people.
Yes.
So let me just say, this is absolutely no fault to them. They are a great host, very good at connecting people, starting conversations, mixing and matching.
He knew the name of every single person in that room.
It was so
it was beautiful.
So incredible.
But at the same time, that's only one person who's hosting, you know, it's a big job. And so everybody else is kind of like, and also like it's an industry that, or like not an industry, it's a hobby and community that lends itself to introversion.
Yeah.
And most of the people at this thing, like they're not necessarily performers. Like it was all different, I guess, like contributors, you know, it wasn't necessarily like, oh, these are all people who like have a theater improv background like us.
Yeah, it was anything from like, just like professional GMs from start playing to people who write TTRPGs to people who are streamers to
content creators. Like there were plenty of people who like they're just content creators, or like they do skits, or like like there's it was crazy the like diversity of like type of person that was invited to this event.
But I get in there and I'm like, my extrovert powers are activating, and we got people playing ping pong, and like
we made balloon animals.
We made balloon animals.
Else was
There was a professional balloon animal maker,
and everybody was not ignoring him, but like they weren't doing it. And we all got balloon animals on our wrists. We played ping pong. We got people to play ping pong with us, even people who were really nervous to play ping pong. I was like, get in here.
We like whenever like we were like we brought fucking fun with us. And people were like, who the hell are y'all?
Yeah, you could see him looking at us from
here.
You could see him looking at us from outside.
Did they hire you? You guys wearing the same shirt like you worked here.
Everyone would come up.
Gin and tonic.
Invite us to your event. We'll wear all the same exact shirts so you can find us easily.
And we'll make the vibe great. But there was one point in the party where for the 30 minutes that Matt Mercer was ordering a drink for, everywhere you turned, whether you knew them or not, was like, Matt Mercer's here. Like it would be like somebody who like, you know, like would never approach you otherwise. Like you had not known, or maybe you had made eye contact earlier and they had kind of like turned back to their friends. Like they're not really interested in socializing. It was like code red, not in a bad way. It was like code blue.
It was like everyone must know. The community must band together in this moment.
It did bring everyone together because everyone would kind of like give you a little side eye and be like, Matt Mercer's here.
It was really funny.
People did it for Ginny D too. People would be like, Ginny D's right over
It was so insane how the mood in the room went from like, oh yeah, like we're here, you know, like get a drink, have a beer, like let's play like an arcade game, hang out, to then the entire room going, all right, everyone needs to act cool as fuck right now.
It's like everybody gets so
sober
cool
up immediately.
Yeah.
I would have loved to be on that VIP balcony just to see kind of like the Renaissance
The motion that man had.
like the waves.
Yeah. Just like
Yeah.
the rings and all the
traffic
heads turning to watch him. Like, yeah.
Crazy
I
moment.
wonder
It
what
was
that would
so
feel
crazy.
like. I went to PAX Unplugged. This is skipping to November, but I went to PAX Unplugged this year, and this was like only discovered after it happened, but it was big news. Everyone was like, Matt Mercer walked the floor for the first time in 5 years. He was in full prosthetic. Like he had somebody like he had like a costume and like full prosthetics on his face, and he like walked the floor.
Hell
but like,
yeah.
there's something, I think it's the coolest thing ever, but like, I don't know, there's something about it that it's like, that's your community. That's the industry that like you like revolutionized, and like you cannot, like for better or for worse, like you can't walk the floor without getting swamped. And the reason you're getting swamped is because people love you, like, you know, and they
And
want
it's
to
like-
tell you that, but still it's like, you like lose access, you lose casual access to the community. And like, I wonder what that would feel like.
It's like, and like I was saying, it's like he was at an event of like people who have like fucking shit behind them, who like were like big people in the space. And then like he walks in and it's fucking hydrogen bomb and coughing baby. It's like, holy shit.
That's
Like,
true.
it's just crazy.
Yeah, I think it's also something we forget is like most of the creators in that room, like these are some of the only times they actually see their friends in real life,
Yeah.
right? It's a very online type of industry and community and hobby. And like one of our strengths is like we do record in person in the same room. We see each other all the time in person. So it was like when we walked in that party, it was like, well, I'm not trying to like, we don't have to hang out with each other. We see each other all the time.
Yeah.
It was like, we truly have a great infiltration method for parties. And might I say ping pong? Excellent.
Great icebreaker.
Excellent icebreaker.
So then we
'cause-
got to meet, we met some really cool people.
yeah.
Yeah.
That I don't think we would have if we didn't start playing ping pong because they all would have been too
Yes.
scared in their own little groups to
But
like
the ping
break
pong
up.
ball hit him on the foot. Oh, now you got to bend down.
Oh,
pick up the
excuse
ping
me.
pong ball.
Bend
You
and
got to come
snap.
over.
Yeah,
Hand to
different
me.
thing, different thing.
Hey, sorry about that.
And we have a great we have great light banter with the four of us that's very compelling just to watch.
Yeah.
to observe.
Yeah.
And there's nobody I won't talk to. I mean, like, yeah, like if it's like, oh, you're a celebrity and I can tell you just want to have like a normal night, then it's like, I'm going to be respectful. I'm respectful, but there's nobody I won't talk to and there's nothing I won't say.
So true.
I can't be stopped.
What else? We also met not a lot, but a handful of fans that we got to meet during
Yeah.
Gen
That was
Con.
cool.
Which was great. And we got to do, I feel like it was our first test at like fully vlogging an event. Like Ren Fair, let's be honest, we kind of half-ass it. We kind of whip out the camera and like
We do our best.
we fit it in when we can fit it in because we're doing a lot. But it's like at a convention, it's like you have the time
Yeah.
to like vlog. And I think we really like dedicated because we also wanted to make sure you guys, like we kind of got to bring you along.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was really fun. I really liked it.
I
Like,
really liked it a lot.
it made the day go by like even though you don't want it to go by fast because like you want to do everything, it made the day go by really quick, and then you'd get to the end and be like, fuck, we got
Also, we got the little influencer mics, and that was just kind of fun to play
Yeah.
around with, like what we can do with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We missed something, which was we commissioned 3 posters
Yes.
from artists this year.
Jamberry, Iced Cakes, and Thunderlore.
Mhm. That we launched, like we introduced them at our first live show. So that was another big thing. Was
I
like,
thought that was the second live show.
was it?
Yeah, it was the second because it's these Day of Splash
You're right.
Pad,
You're right.
the
You're
summer
right.
ones.
So that was one of our big goals for the longest time. Is we always wanted official artwork, but we don't want one look of our characters. So we talked about it from the beginning of like, oh, the only time we do it is we commission like multiple people at once and drop them all at once. So
Yeah.
like you're getting
that
just
way there's no
different
like
versions.
canon official like look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's a pretty good idea of what each of the characters look like because we do describe them.
Yeah, they have a
But
description.
it's like we didn't want to lock it in and be like, and this is exactly what they look like memorize it. So that was a cool goal that we got to do. That's something that we talked about from before we even like launched the podcast. I feel like that was in talks, and I'm looking at them now, and they're beautiful.
And it was cool
so
because
good.
2 of them are like fan artists, like listeners of the
Yeah.
show who like literally create the most incredible art and send it for free for the love of the game in the Discord or post it online. And so it was really cool to be able to be like, hey, we want to give you money, you know, and here's the kind of the idea for the design we want. There was a lot of creative freedom, but you know, and then now like we get to like distribute it to everyone. And then Thunderlore was not a fan previously. Maybe they've started listening now. But
we just found them on Instagram.
Yeah, we kind of we did that intentionally of like we wanted somebody who maybe had never listened to the podcast that we could just provide them a description, and like if they wanted to go listen, I can't stop them, but like just give them a description of the characters and make them. And like I'm pretty sure they didn't listen. And it turned out really cute, and it's like an animated, like hand-drawn animation style, like kind of like storybook.
I love how like different the three styles are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, we got to launch those, and then we also made T-shirts, our first wearable.
Yeah, local, by the way,
local screen printing. Raw paw. And we actually just reordered T-shirts from them because you guys. I mean, I feel like we got those in June. Because that was our second live show.
Yeah. Well, we sold a bunch of them at the live show.
Yeah, but I mean, we ordered 60, I think, and like we sold out of all of them but 2 by the end of this year, which is huge. I feel like for how, you know, we're still relatively small. So to sell that many T-shirts was big. So we already reordered more. So probably right now, while you're listening to this, they're probably restocked in the shop. And we
maybe. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I was just because you're talking about like, oh, we just reordered. Or
whoopsie!
Like,
this comes out in 2 days.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is maybe the soonest we are recording something to then release.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Okay, they won't be in the shop yet. But
day of editing and then immediately being released.
Yeah. So
that scared me a little.
By the end of December, they'll definitely be like I already placed the order, so we probably like 4 more days before they're here.
Merry Christmas.
And we went
use your Christmas money on the Gals and Goblins merch store.
Yeah.
And I got way more on the bigger sizes because we didn't really know what the size breakdown would be. Got tons of 2XL and 3XL because I love a big shirt.
Yeah. A big shirt, big sleeping shirt.
Yeah, and then we did our second live show, which we launched a bunch of fun merch at.
We did after that we did sticker sheets. Paisley designed those. One of our jesters.
Yes, those are so good.
Sticker sheets and new stickers.
Oh,
I got gooped and Snake Pit. I need to reorder those.
All by Paisley.
Yes, we got to pay Paisley, a friend, a jester, and an artist.
A friend, a jester.
Friends, jesters,
artists. You guys know Paisley.
Yeah.
You should know Paisley.
Yeah.
They help design stickers. It's nice when your friends are also artists because then you can say, make this sticker sheet. And Paisley and I want you to know that we went through the ringer sizing and bleed lining, and sticker sheets are, I think, one of the worst things. That one was tough. And the company like would not help. They'd be like, you did it wrong. And then we'd be like, can you? And then finally they were like, we had our designers like push everything around a little bit, but like we wouldn't do it again if you do. And I was like, this is an optional.
Whoa.
I'll pay you $20 to do it next time. Come on, guys. But they're cool and I think they were worth it. But that was a horrible time.
And then, I mean, after all of our merch, like, I mean, we kind of just buckled down and started recording, and then we all got busy with like our own stuff.
Well, I'm going to talk about this. It ended up not panning out. And I think you can tell because we like maybe hinted at it when we couldn't announce it, and then it all fell through, so we couldn't.
Yeah.
But like something's coming, and then you're like, huh, like nothing came.
Yeah. But potentially, we were possibly going to have a live show in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah.
But it ended up timing wasn't right. I still think that might be a location we end up at this year, possibly, maybe not. But so for a while we were meeting and saying like we were working on like travel plans. I was locking down people. We were gonna do a new thing, which was a live accompanist for the show rather than live sound effects, which is still something that's one of our next goals for our live show is to bring in that just to have way more on top of it. And I think underscoring the show, which is impossible to do in in a lot of ways. You can do it, but it's really, really hard in theater to do it through the sound system and underscore a show. But when you have a live accompanist and they can play softer, they can adjust the volume.
And we saw that at Gen Con. It was Faster Purple Worm Kill by Beetle and Grimm.
Yes.
Had like Ross Bryant and Matthew Lillard was in it for a spell.
Incredible accompanist who was underscoring.
Yeah.
And like really added to the comedy and the dramatic moments and the world. And
it was a good cast. It was Jasmine Bular, Nora, what's her, Neurological.
Nora Ibrahim, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And then Mary Kay. I don't know anyone's. Oh, yeah, Mary Lou. I never know people's last names. Mary Lou.
Ross Bryant.
Yeah. And then Matthew Lillard, like, they were like, we need somebody's help. Yeah. And then, like, pointed to the back, and we all turned around, and Matthew Lillard was
with his arms up, just running towards the stage.
Yeah, he came up on stage. It was
I think he yelled first, so I think we were all like, who's yelling from back there? And then it was like, who's disrupting the show?
They asked for a volunteer. And people like raised their hands.
And he yelled, and we all like, oh.
We went, oh,
no.
And then it was like,
oh shit, okay.
Oh shit.
And I was still like, it could have been me.
And that was a great show.
We saw another really good live show.
Like
it was the Outbreak Undead.
Yeah, I think
that
Faster
was a
Purple
very
Worm
solid
our favorite of the weekend.
Yeah. It was super fun.
It was the most up our alley.
It was the most that we like learned from.
Yes, it was the most impressive too, because we'd seen. We learned that maybe we don't want to do conventions where we have to be on a stage and just under the fluorescent lights with just mics in front of us, like
in a fucking hot ass room.
Yeah, this is not a critique.
In a stinky, sweaty room and so dark. And if you didn't get a lot of sleep, I was also sick the whole time. Like I have a really sensitive stomach, so like I did not have a lot of calories in my body during this whole weekend, and I was dying. Like I was fighting for consciousness, and being in that room, the smells were so strong. The lights were so low.
We would go into some rooms and it would just be like, are we?
And then we'd have to be like,
stay in here.
We're gonna leave.
Let's.
Hey guys, we're gonna have to dip.
But it was really
the rumors. Some of the rumors are true. Guys,
it's stinky at Gen Con. I'll say it.
About the smell.
Gen Con was fucking stinky.
And we've been really sensitive about this because I've been too scared because it's kind of a taboo subject. Like it's like
everybody
people do not want to talk about.
Look, we should not.
No, you should know because it's something. Here's the thing: if it was a stinky that you couldn't change, that's fine. But everybody was farting and not showering, and that's something you can't change.
And also, here's the other thing: in some cases, putting too much cologne on.
Oh my god! Sometimes it would like hit you. Like it felt like you would hear your ears start to ring because of the amount of cologne that you would smell. It was crazy.
We learned a lot about like. And we're theater people, so I think we're always going to prioritize in our show of like putting on a great show that's super entertaining and for the audience. And I think sometimes that's just like, that's not the choice that's always going to be made. It is for an audience.
Some people might have that in mind, but they don't exactly have the skills to do it. They don't know what they're looking for.
And it's also like if the only place that somebody's offering you is the risers and the simple chairs and a folding table at a convention, like absolutely take it. But for us, it's like, yeah, maybe we wouldn't want that. They had a main stage that it was like, yeah, that's where they have the lights and the sounds.
Yeah.
But I thought Faster Purple Worm Kill did the best job of like, they had a few lights on like, what the fuck are
like
they
a tree,
called?
like a light
tree.
tree.
Like a light tree. And then they had their live accompanist, and it was enough that like, and they had a great projection of like they'd project maps behind them, and it was enough
they had
of like
an MC.
Yes.
And then they were bringing people up on stage to do mini games.
Yeah.
And there were like a lot of them were comedians.
There was flair.
They had great audience interaction, which like some of the other shows, it was like we're just playing the thing, which we prioritized in ours was making sure it felt like you could play with us in some sense.
There are two things kind of new. Well, there's one thing that we like knew before going in and like watching these live shows at Gen Con, but it's like if what you're selling is that you're gonna like play a good game of D&D or whatever TTRPG because you play TTRPG and just you have a lot of people that listen to you, it's probably not going to be good. It's like oh, like people will come because like it's X name or like it's Y name, and then it's like oh, but then there's kind of nothing else about the show.
I think it might be good for some people. That's just not something that like we find entertaining or
At least
want to watch.
The shows that it felt like it was just like someone was like, oh, like we'll just come to see me. It was like, oh, okay. But here's the other thing about Gen Con that we haven't even talked about as a group in a while.
Whoa. We did a whole gabbing on Gen Con
about the puppet show.
hate to do this, but we really don't have time.
No. I'm not saying that was just a whole conversation. I'm just saying that, like, y'all remember the puppet show?
We did do a whole Gen Con Gavin.
I know.
If you are ever,
I'm just touching on it.
If you are ever at Gen Con and you see a puppet show on the schedule, I think there's one that's during the day.
It's late night puppet slam.
Yeah, there's one that's like a family friendly one during the day. I'm sure that one's great. We wouldn't know. Late night puppet show.
Yeah.
You need to get your ass in that seat.
I want to say, caveat, we've never seen it before, so we could have seen lightning in a fucking bottle and it'll never happen again. So, like,
you're right.
Like, I need to see at least 3 more puppet slams.
There were parts of that show that it was like, that's it, but that was what was so funny about it.
It was definitely once in a life. There were things that happened where, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be so like crazy to say like you have to go, because like there were a lot of moments that it's like that was 1 year only.
Yeah.
There were also a lot of moments that were a little on the edge that I don't know if I want to stake my claim on.
I blocked out the bad.
I know,
I only remember the good.
But if you're recommending, we have to remember the bad.
They're gonna be like, oh, what about that racist joke? And I'm gonna be like, I forgot about that.
The puppets we saw were pretty good.
Yes. Yeah. But I can see a world where it's pretty bad.
The staying power is Barney.
But we did learn.
Barney was there,
and he just did Barney.
Barney was there, and it was like
legally distinct purple dinosaur was there.
Yeah, and you do have to watch the vlog to get. You'll understand what we mean.
It was the experiencing that was like exactly like snorting coke. I haven't done that, but it was exactly how I imagined.
We will be doing that in 2026.
Imagine, have y'all done coke? No.
Us? Are you asking us?
When Barney came out and started doing his thing, he started spinning so fast. It looked like somebody had attached him to a drill and turned it on.
A DeWalt drill.
Like I
stuck him on a Dremel.
The thing that happened to my body is what I would imagine would happen if I like bumped a ton of coke.
No one else in the room had the same.
No one got it.
They didn't get it like we were getting it.
I can't express to you how high he was jumping and how fast he was spinning.
We were laughing so hard that we were crying. Our abs hurt.
Pissing our pants.
Pissing our fucking pants. Like doubling over in our chairs. Like looking over at each other to like confirm.
I think we went silent for a good bit of time because we were just so in shock and awe.
I don't even remember.
Everyone else in the room was just like, wow.
Oh, it's just Barney.
We were screaming in the back.
Could not believe what we were seeing.
That was worth the price of the plane ticket.
That was worth
the fucking red-eye flight that we took there and back.
Shit.
All right. But you know what?
Damn.
Is it time to talk about the podcast?
I think did we wrap up the year? I want to speed run it. We don't.
Yeah, we did Gen Con. We already talked about Rusty Quill.
Yeah,
we
I was
talked
gonna say
about
like Rusty Quill was the kind of big thing.
We did talk about Blades in the Dark.
Yeah. We got it. Well, we'll talk about that more at the end. But towards the end of this year, Jared said,
I'm out of here. I quit.
No, here's the thing, and it's been really great, but we're coming up on the 3rd year, and like, there's 4 of us who make this, so we work very constantly the whole time. Like, you know, it can ebb and flow, but it's like Jared has to write the sessions and then edit the sessions, and if they come out twice a month, that's a lot. And Lily does the study breaks, and now Campbell does all the bonus content.
Yeah.
And so Jared was like, I could really use a break. And I was like, I hear you, like, podcasts go on big breaks all the time. But I was like, I really don't want to go on a big break. And I was like, what if we were talking about it? And then Jared came to me and he said, I have an idea. And I was like, okay. And he was like, what if our friend Dane Parker, who you've heard we talk about, we play Vampire the Masquerade with him. He was a live stream man at the second live show.
Live stream lifeguard,
yes. But we have glowing reviews about Dane as a storyteller. And Jared came to me and he goes, what if Dane was a guest GM for a mini campaign, essentially to buy Jared more time, but to keep you guys from having to sit for 2.5 months with nothing coming in, which is like,
and dare I say, to change your lives.
Maybe. I think G&G already changed your life. We're just going to keep changing it.
Yeah, hopefully.
Put that on a poster.
So that also came up. My God, that was probably August.
Yeah.
Because we had to get
a plan and
we had to front load a lot.
Yeah, then it kicked into I had to really plan and we had to get ahead, and like we've peek behind the screen, we've recorded the first 2 episodes that we'll come back with that don't release till March. So technically, we had to front load enough to get caught up through the end of March in order for this break to work.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, and that's a lot of work. And that also means like Jared had to edit things.
That's why I was saying that like we didn't do a lot outside of recording.
But we did do a lot because we also like edit. So that was a lot of front loading and like planning it and getting Dane on board, and then like really, really throwing him in the deep end of like, great, we're gonna have 5 recordings.
Well, and I didn't really want to edit, but also like Dane was interested in editing. So the sound design and the editing is Dane.
Yeah.
On that too.
So you're also going to hear a new spin on things, but he's been working really close with Jared, which has been great. Because we've also talked about having like a full backup editor potentially of like what that would look like. Because eventually we will need more if we want to offer more. So that is what the back half of the year. And it was crazy because we were doing... Basically, the gals were on double recording because we'd have to keep recording main campaign, and then we'd also have to record Blades. And then we also did like streams, and like we volunteered a bunch in those months, or like had to meet for interviews. Like we were really packed. Yeah, we volunteered at an after school program and played D&D this year. Dane and I went.
Oh yeah.
With the Youth Orchestra of San Antonio, they hired us to run D&D for them. So for their whole company, Dane and I did a split D&D session.
I wish I could have seen that. All those corporate, like...
It was awesome. They weren't very corporate, though. I mean, they're musicians, so...
Oh, that's true. I guess I imagined...
An arts organization.
I think when you told me about it, like, I didn't know who it was for. I just knew it was, like, for a work... What's it called? Like team building?
Yeah.
So I imagined them super corporate. But yeah, you're right.
But if you have an office team looking for a team building day,
yes, please call us.
Hit our line.
Yeah,
and we have good reviews from one person.
It went fabulous. And yeah, if you got that budget that you're trying to spend, we all fit in one hotel room real easy.
We're flexible.
We're neat. We're nice and neat. And working with the kids was like one of the coolest parts of the year. Just watching them get excited about building a character, and like also seeing the like inside of the Nest program. It's a really cool program.
And we are going back for like 6 dates in the spring. We're going back once a month and becoming more regular for them. So that's awesome. So that's also, I know we started this complaining about all the ads you had to skip through, but like ads and you guys in the Patreon and all of that, like directly funds us going to be able to do these things, right? It's like we're able to pick up dinner on the way there because it's an hour drive there and an hour drive back for us because it's in Georgetown and we live in a very trafficy area. So like that's really cool that we got the opportunity to also like fully give back to the community in a lot of volunteer ways.
Yeah, we got to donate to them as well.
Yeah, we donated money to them. I know we don't always talk about that, but we are always looking. We're looking to give our money away at all times.
We take it off our hands.
At all times, we're looking to give it away.
We're looking for stuff to do with it. We don't want to just sit on it.
Yeah, the back end of the year was like
we're going to do something.
We're trying to stimulate the economy.
Yeah. We want the Gals and Goblins money to trickle down to some local high schoolers.
But yeah, the last half of this year was like very hectic, but a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Very
but
busy.
I think we're seeing it pay off. Like Rusty Quill, I think was the first thing, and now this mini campaign that's going to launch in February will be the next big thing that we've worked on. I've already heard the full edited session 0. I'm sure I could probably go sneak the session 1.
Yeah, 1 is done.
I've even gone into like the finale episode to look for information for certain things.
Ass finale episode.
We did.
Dane was telling me today. I was in rehearsal with him just before this, and he was like, "I'm cutting so much of the finale."
And you have to.
It's so long.
Well, I mean, when y'all record for 7 hours,
it was 6. Thank you very much. But it was beautiful.
I told him, I was like, "You can cut my scenes."
Don't say that.
Well, y'all recorded the finale of that, and then the next day we recorded the finale of the arc.
Oh my lord!
For Eldravale.
And before that, I had done a Daggerheart stream, and then before that, we'd played a Goblin mode. It was truly the test of like how many TTRPGs can we play in a row.
Yeah.
It was literally like everything was double time for like it felt like 2 months straight. It was crazy. And then I like go to conventions for work, which no complaints. It's literally so fun, but also it's like very exhausting. I get like kind of bad travel anxiety. So then doing that and just like all of our normal stuff and recording double time was like
Yeah.
And we recorded with Moon from Spare the Crying.
Oh,
Yeah.
And did that
We did a train heist.
No, it comes out on the 17th.
And Campbell's French.
So when this comes out,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm French.
That's my main selling point.
I think it comes out. I think it's literally out today when this drops. So
Let's
Oh, sweet. So go listen to that. It's over.
all
it's
three
on
of us
their
played
channel
on Spare the Crying. I think it's called like Whistle Down.
Whistle Down.
It's like you'll see it. It's at the top.
There's a little clip of it on our Instagram too, if you want a little taste.
We did more than I think I could ever think about, but a lot of it was like to prep for the new year. But I feel like some people don't think about that of like, if you want to take a break or if you want things to be like really awesome in the new year, you kind of have to start planning in August because there's
That's
about
such an Olivia thing to say.
No, there's more of me out there. It's not just me, right? But it's like you got to remember fucking November, we have a full week that, it's like once holidays begin, it's like don't expect to get anything done. So I was like, we have to get it done.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving, I'd like leave for a whole week and go.
But it's also like businesses, it's just hard to get in contact with people. And so it was like, okay, we have until like November 15th and it all like at least has to be recorded. And then the editing is like, we can do that remote. We don't have to be in the same room for. So took a lot of planning and prep and everybody did it. And very, very thankful. I'm clapping with my squirrel hands right now. Can't fucking
You know
see.
what's fun? This like maybe seems like a small thing, but like Spare the Crying posted this clip and like collab, like it's like a collab on Instagram, and then Rusty Quill reposted it on their story. Which like I don't know, maybe that seems like a small thing, but to me it's like like as Gals and Goblins, we always like want to bring everybody else like with us. Like we want to bring our friends with us. So then to see that like we both were like, or like our collaboration was like reposted on their stories, it's like. We're bringing our friends, It's like we want to bring everybody else with us too, and so that was just fun.
That's we have big plans. I mean, you've seen Paisley guest in a Gavin. Dane is a guest GM.
Dane coming soon.
Dane coming soon.
2026.
We're gonna have Oscar.
Oscar coming.
Yes, Oscar coming soon in 2026.
We're playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians for February
Is
and
this
March
when we're
Goblin
announcing it?
modes.
Is this the announcement?
I mean,
I think we've.
If I was,
I mean, it's also just the Goblin mode, so you got to be in the Patreon $10 tier. Haha, suckers.
Damn.
This is gonna get us so many subscriptions. The only place you can listen to Gals and Goblins Thirsty Sword Lesbians. We're kicking Jared out. Jared's not a lesbian. We're kicking him out. And we're bringing Oscar on.
Sorry, Jared. If we were playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians, I had to bring my butch lesbian boyfriend onto the podcast.
We need we need someone who can speak to the he/him lesbian experience.
Yeah,
That's fair. I can't.
So it's exciting that I get to form a blood pact with more people, which I actually did recently at a slumber party under a moon that was so beautiful. We added more people in, so that means they owe me their
soul
and life servitude.
Oh,
That's what we did in 2026, and that's what's coming up.
That's what we did in 2025.
No, that's what we did in 2025.
Wrong.
the podcast.
Gold manifesting.
Speed round. What are your top 3 favorite moments from?
That happened to the kid, my character?
Yeah.
Okay.
The actual podcast that we do?
I'll go first. My number 1 is that I decided to, first episode of 2025, Frozen Toe Ball, I decided to attack Lord Arathis and give him that nasty scar. Number 2 is going to be, sorry, they're me focused because that's like the easiest thing for me to remember.
That's okay.
Fine.
There's plenty of other parts. Listen, this is not the full list. I also well, spoiler alert. If you're listening to the end of the year recap and you didn't listen to all the episodes, that's your
Well, just say spoiler alert now.
But Beans killing.
Whoa, don't even remember her name. That's so problematic.
That's fucked up.
Billy.
Well, there's like 3 of them. How was I supposed to remember?
Bro, Billy, Milo, and what's his name?
Trax. I can only remember Milo and Trax. Beans killing Billy. Huge. Kind of like character changing moment for sure.
Kind of been like the problem of the entire year.
Yeah. And
Amazing.
like Apple death.
That's how you know it's a good character choice.
Yeah.
And then cherry reveal when Esta exploded.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are my 3.
My favorite Esta moments from the year are I am the Ruidon family.
That was gonna be mine.
But it's my character.
Okay, fine.
She's my character.
I was gonna have ones for y'all.
But I don't want to take your thing.
Okay, then you say yours.
I am the Ruodon family. Getting to see just like the rest of a lot of like members of the Ruodon family this year. We saw so many of them.
Yes.
Like Sume and Melda. We saw Solanaris.
We saw Time. Like we like actually like got to know Timinus, you know?
Yeah, we got to see Timinus a little bit. Like listen to him talk. You know, that was fun.
Zip Zap and Zop.
Zip and Zap. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
to the Ruodon family pets. As exploding in the spirit plane.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Literally iconic.
Cherry, the slime.
Ah, yes,
she did
the
a lot of really
slime.
cool stuff, but I feel like every time we talk about Cherry, it's always, oh yes, the slime.
Such a good line. The comedic
getting
timing.
to play Esta and Cherry in the same episode after that in that arc finale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh hell yeah, that's the shit I like.
Oh hell yeah, my show is on.
Oh hell yeah, we're playing D&D.
There are characters.
And then Esta becoming a twin soul with Sissix, or Terra stealing Theodrix was nuts.
What a good plot twist.
So good.
That's crazy. What about you?
Lots
Lily?
of good Esta moments.
My number one Sawyer moment of all time is swallowing the moonstone.
Yeah.
It's so like, I don't know, it's so
Great moment.
And then my like, I don't know, like follow up, I guess, is like there was an episode break in between this, but looking up at Lord Arathis and saying, "Can't you see we're in the middle of something?"
Yeah,
It's like
great.
to me, it's like I hope somebody animates that one day because it's so funny to me that she swallowed it. What else? That really blows them all out of the water.
Kiss, though?
Oh yeah! Oh my god, the kiss! It was such a good. I feel like it was really good because it was very like there was blood, there was tears. It was like no closure, no reassurance that it's gonna go anywhere. Like really like fraught situation.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the makings of a great first kiss. I don't know if it was Margie's first kiss, but it was Sawyer's. And then pledging myself to Lunastera. I'm really happy that like that's where the character is going. It's definitely not something that I like planned, especially when I first made the character. And then like, I don't know, I feel like sometime like this past year, I was like, oh, it would be cool if like I did a paladin thing. Cause of course every impulse in my like actual brain is, something of a polydinous nature.
Polydness.
So I had to follow that, and I'm glad I got to follow that. What else? Whenever Jared did the impression, basically the whole bag of beans. Anytime like I threw a bean and it was like something, I feel like I really abused like the bean power. And I'm glad I did. And whenever I threw that one and it just turned into a statue of Sawyer, and then Jared had to do an impression of Sawyer. Except I was kind of mad because
Where is she? Is that her?
I was like,
Turn me
he's
around.
better at playing Sawyer than me. But it was so funny. Is that her? Turn me around. Like, that's so good.
That's so good.
Bro,
that's way more than 3.
No, that was only 3.
Campbell
First
did
of
a
all,
lot.
Campbell had 8.
Oh, well, because I wasn't here. You said 3.
I had 3. Swallowing the moonstone. Oh, the kiss. Pledging myself.
What was that? Was that 4?
No.
Yeah.
Swallowing the moonstone and the kiss counts as all
I
one.
had 2 characters, so I get 6.
Okay, she got 6. What's your 3?
I'm trying to think of just like big images that I was really proud of this year. And I think it was like the like y'all on the back of Sally, with like fighting Sabina, and then like trying and like everyone reaching for like the bracelet /
Sabina's line there of like, I knew you guys would be on this stupid beetle. I think about all the time.
So good.
Yeah, that, and then like I think the whole like image of like the kind of sequence that is like goes into 2 episodes of like Esta blowing up, and then like Beans had just downed Sawyer, and then like Beans is like on top of Sawyer as like she's like bleeding out, and like Esta's gone, and then y'all meeting Yoren, and then that kind of just crazy sequence. And then I think Tara stealing Theodrix at the end was great. And then
Crazy.
but I'm very, very excited for, well, I feel as though we hit the point that I had thought about at like the beginning of this campaign, which was the like explosion and craziness back in like in Astea, with like Hyperia coming down and like the Advent. Kind of everything after that has been very like, okay, what the fuck are we doing from here? And now that we're like in hell, and also especially now that like I'll have like a lot of time to like get shit in order, I'm very, very looking forward. And also I'll say like we've recorded 2 episodes, 74, 75, very different vibe, very different vibe. And I think that everyone's having a lot of fun.
Yes.
With what we're doing. It's pretty wild.
Well, Sawyer's not, but you know.
Yeah. Well,
she'll come around.
Look, we're not having fun, but I think we're having fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
But it's also not like, I didn't want it to feel like dire and dark and gritty, because like it's like we're in hell. Of course it's gonna be fucking like crazy and gritty. But I feel as though it's been like silly.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah.
So
also our little break is like we won't play the main campaign for at least 2 months, and I think it'll actually be really good because it's like we've had almost a constant 3 years, and like I know internally we're gonna take some time to do some more like actor performer work and like re up a lot of the character like behind the scenes work that you need to be doing as a performer, because we have not done it in 3 years and the characters are so different. So like I think we're also going to take time to like, okay, let's maybe rewrite down what our new objectives are and like where the character's going. And like I think we'll have time to analyze that, where like at least this last year it's like we record so much that we just don't always have the
time to think about it.
Yeah, which is like sometimes great, like we're really like living in the characters, but I think there's also something to be said of like we'll get time to kind of sit on where they're at and really like process and think through.
Yeah, I think it'll be really good to miss it and then come back and be like, oh, finally I get to play D&D again.
Yes.
Because
even though we ended in the middle of something.
Yeah.
So true.
But we're about to do
kind of some crazy shit.
D&D combat stuff, I think.
Yeah.
But all right, we also had some questions that we wanted to do right here at the end.
Yes. Okay, so everybody, we asked you to send questions in for our Q&A live stream, and everybody, there's a lot of questions in there. And I knew we were not going to be able to get to all of them during the live stream.
Y'all are always going to deliver on some Q&A.
And I appreciate it. So I wanted to try to answer as many questions as possible, so that meant here we need some. We're not going to do as many as I wrote down that I thought we'd have time for. Okay, these are from Bandrew. I'm going to try to at least do a few from everyone that's on here. Which goblin mode has been your favorite of the year?
Oh, was that this year?
What?
Chaz Biggins?
No,
that was last year.
Last year.
That was 2024.
I don't know. I love you, Officer Thursday. I love you too, Mr. President.
Oh,
that was a great
Star
one.
Wars.
Oh, Star Wars was this year.
And that one was really brilliant.
That was so much fun.
I would love to return to that world.
Those were great characters.
Yeah, we ended on like a cliffhanger.
We did.
I felt very connected to those characters very quickly.
Yeah.
Which people have been saying, they were like, well, you have to do a trilogy.
I know.
Yeah.
It's true.
Which part of me is like, fuck,
why didn't we think of that?
What a big miss we just had.
Yeah.
But also there was like the big like romance be like it like didn't happen. Do you know what I mean? You like set up this
it kind of happened off screen.
Dramatic like Jedi like bodyguard senator romance or politician romance, and then it happened off screen.
But that's what those characters wouldn't have cared. They'd been like,
yeah,
okay,
we were different characters.
Yeah. That was a really fun one.
I think my favorite was actually, it was a guest episode, and I really like this TTRPG, which is The Witch is Dead.
Yeah.
And I actually played it again for Katie Wiggins, who was guest on live show and guest on the podcast. I ran it for her and her new husband. And I GM'd a game for them.
Her new bride.
Her new bride.
My bride.
It makes me mad that there's no like bride word for husband, you know? Groom.
Well, yes. Yeah, there is one.
It doesn't have the same ring to it.
But it's the first one that I've actually like played again with people, and I really liked it. It was really cute. I thought it was a great story. I loved Star Wars. That would have been mine, but somebody else said it, so I'm gonna say The Witch is Dead.
Oh, I did really love Mild Mannered Reporters. I thought
Really?
you did a great job. Yeah. I just loved playing in a superhero world. I thought it was really fun.
It was so fun.
We had a lot of great ones this year.
Yeah.
Was Warrior Cats this year?
Oh, that was the beginning of this year, right?
Yeah, it was April.
Yeah.
Warrior Cats was really good.
I loved Moonpaw.
Yeah, I think about Moonpaw all the time. Well, we always say Starkland.
Starkland. We say that in our
Moonpaw's
regular.
alive and well.
Yeah.
January was Wild Wild West.
God, that was a wild one.
That one was insane.
February was Vampire Bachelor with Katie Wiggins.
Oh, that one was good.
Perils and
Didn't that win a
Princesses.
Crit Award?
That one was cute.
Yeah. That's what we won for.
Yeah.
Song of the Frogical.
Oh, Frogical was good.
The Jurassic.
Then Jurassic Park.
And that one, let's say it.
Oh my God. I was like, we did a Jurassic Park one. And
Not
then I remembered
really.
that we didn't even really play it. We played Jenga for more
Well,
than half
one of
of it.
Bandra's,
That shit was nuts.
I don't even know if I included it here because I was going to do it on the stream, but Bandrew asked, like, Olivia, have you found a better Jurassic Park one? And here's the thing, there probably is one out there. I'm just going to fucking write it.
Yeah, just do it.
I don't trust anybody anymore. That was, I'm so sorry for whoever wrote that, but man, that shit was bullshit.
It was a journaling
But
exercise.
we have Jenga now.
That's what we get for using a journaling exercise for improv comedy.
Then we did Paranormal Investigators.
Oh,
that one was so
fun. Somebody, Ice Cakes drew it was like a trace over art of my character for that. It's like, for some reason, my favorite fan art ever. It's so like grotesque.
I feel like that was.
It's so accurate for like, I don't know. It just like, it really lives in the world, you know?
Yeah.
I just remember the end of that. Like, it kind of gave the same energy of when Jared sent Lily the text of like, please die, sacrifice on your turn. The end of that, it was like, it was time to wrap it up. And like, it was perfect. It was like, cool, everybody's dying. That's the decision we've made. And just, no, everybody really refused to die. Everybody really needed a final monologue in that one.
But Hank went out like a fucking king.
Hank was such a great character.
I loved him.
Hank had an engraved knife with his pronouns on it. Wasn't it like a he knife and a they knife?
It was a he/him knife, and then I lost that one, and I had a he/they knife.
Like that rocks. That's like that's so good.
And then
Yeah, another cue.
which Gavin has been your favorite?
Ooh.
Well, I'm not in those.
Well, you could. Well, and he doesn't
I like
listen
when
to him
Paisley
either.
I'm not
came in
subscribed.
and told us our astrology.
You have access to our regular account.
I know, but I would want to listen to it on Spotify.
Oh my God.
Jared would never.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, we ended up doing 2 guest episodes with Paisley, and
Oh,
that
wait.
was really fun.
My favorite one is the one that comes out at the end of December that I actually am in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The one that Lily's not in.
No, Lily is in it.
no, Lily's in it.
Oh, that's true.
We learned
We
that
have a
you
lot.
can.
That's the most people we've ever had on an episode.
We learned that you can make phone calls through our board.
My favorite was building Tinder profiles for older
Oh.
Team 323.
That one was so good.
That
That one
was
made
really
me want to
cute.
do more like Frogmont or like more like Eldra Vale stuff, you know?
Which we have
Oh,
since then.
Well, that reminds me of something that we didn't talk about. And like, our favorite moments was seeing the older Team 323
Ooh, yes.
in
Oh,
the
that
weird
was
Queen
so
siren
good.
stuff. Yeah.
Except I don't
When I
know.
got
I always
y'all
get so mad at myself that I didn't describe a suit of armor for Sawyer.
I think we called you a knight. So
I know,
Yeah.
but then I dropped the ball. You gave me a beautiful
Look.
dish, and then I smacked it out of your hand by not describing the suit of armor.
I will say I'm retconning. That is my number one favorite because like the I think I re-listened to it the other day of the last time on, and y'all were like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yes, that might be my number one moment too. And that, and then like Campbell playing Cherry is like, who's doing it?
Okay, I have 2 favorite. The first one was from the beginning of this year, which was the Wug musical casting.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good
Where
one.
we cast it with characters from the show. And then my second one is a recent one, which is RuPaul's Hunger Games race. I just really love that Hunger Games simulator, and I could play it all day.
Yeah.
Nikki, which theory from listeners or yourselves have brought you the most bemusement?
Bemusement.
Oh.
That's what they said.
One of my favorite reactions to Esta exploding were all the people who were like, damn, like, sad to see Esta go.
Some people were so
Can't
I
wait
know.
to see what Campbell's next character is. Like, they thought she was just done forever and was never coming back and was just dead. So I guess it's not a theory, but that was like one of my favorite. I guess it is kind of a theory of like, oh, I guess she's dead now.
That's awesome. This isn't even from this year, but I guess it's ongoing. But whenever people ship any of the main 3 characters, I would definitely describe myself as bemused because it's like, what are you cooking with? Like,
where are you getting that from?
but I love it. And also, like, I love like any sort of crack ship, like, you know, like something that's like not canon. So more power to you. But yeah, whenever people ship any combination of like Beans, Esther, Sawyer, I'm very bemused.
Yeah.
My personal one is actually from At This Table, which was the session that from Theodrix's chest, an arm reached out.
I hated that.
The end of that episode, I think it's even in the study break, Campbell is like, well, that's obviously not Esta. Like, she was so adamant. She was like, guys, obviously that wasn't Esta. Like, that would never happen. This is such a trap.
Esta would never do that.
I was just like,
I know her.
I was just like, I didn't make that choice. That can't be her.
Yeah, like Campbell was like, well, obviously it's not her. And then like we're like,
and also fucking Epigee was like riding on Theodrix. And I was like, oh, we're just walking right into the Theodrix trap.
And so it was like the whole time I was like, I'm pretty sure that was just Esta because we got to get back together some way. and then later that night I was like, Jared, that was just Esta, right? When it was just the two of us, I was like, yeah. And so it was so funny how adamant Campbell was that it was not Esta. And I was like, I feel like it was pretty clear.
I also love seeing people like react to Sawyer like taking the deal with Epigee or like making a deal with Epigee. Like, if people were just so like, I don't know, like their reactions were just so interesting. Like some people were like, oh, okay, like there's, you know, but like some people were very like, I can't believe it. Like this is like irredeemable, which like, maybe I don't necessarily agree, but also like I love just when people have like a strong stance on it, you know, like it means that you're like invested in the story and the character.
There were so many people who were like, S is gonna come back and like Sawyer and Beans are gonna be like ex-friends, never talking to each other again.
Yeah.
Like I loved how seriously everyone took it.
There were so many people that were like, well, obviously Sawyer and Beans can't be friends now. So like, where do we go from here? And I was like,
can't wait for the epic breakup.
I was like, it doesn't feel so cut and dried to me.
It's like, well, we gotta be friends for a little while longer. But yeah, things are definitely, I mean, at the time of recording this, things are rough. So, you know, if you love angst, stick around.
It's on the way.
Yeah. I was going to say, I feel as though there's a lot of Arathis and Epigee.
Yes.
Like theories. And it's typically like, I will read them and I'm like, that would be cool. I'm like, damn, that would be cool. But
also
it's like, oh no, he's just lame. Or like a lot of like ones for like Beans and Sawyer. And it's like, no, I will say like I'm very proud that no one, at least as far as I knew, no one got that Beaks was Lord Arathis. But because there are some times where like it's mostly in the Spotify comments. Mostly the Spotify comments like fucking clock my shit from miles away. And I'm like, damn, how the fuck? You're like 10 episodes away from like this reveal and you know this? What the hell? Or they're like, oh my goodness, it'd be so cool if like this happened. And it's like, what the fuck? Keep listening, man. But or sometimes so I feel as though there's a lot of theories that like go really in depth and I'm like, that's so cool. That's not what's happening.
It's also like the beautiful part is like you all get to take it so much further than like we kind of ever can, because it's like this isn't a novel, this isn't a movie. It's like
there are like headcanons. I would say it's like we're not gonna go deep into a lot of stuff. So come up with whatever you fucking want. And I will say, whatever you want, that's what it is.
Yeah.
As long as it's fine.
Also, if you write a fan fiction about it, drop that link.
Drop that Google Doc in the Discord.
I will be clicking on that Google Doc.
And
I
guess
love
what?
when people do that.
If you're listening to this and you're like, wow, should I really do that? Yes, because you won't be the first and you certainly won't be the last.
I have read them before and I will read them again.
Yes.
Also, I've never said anything that I didn't mean 100% earnestly.
Goal for 2026 is I want at least one more thing in the Gals and Goblins AO3 tag.
Yeah,
So,
honestly,
that's a good one.
Hey, shoot for the moon, land among the stars. 5 more things.
Yes.
Okay. I got 2 more. Emma / Olives and Melons. That's their Discord name.
Yes.
Emma, we've already answered fave movie from this year in an upcoming Gabbin, so but I'll hit fave.
But I have a new fave movie. But don't tell Superman.
But I know. But if we talk about your movie, we're all gonna have to talk about our movie.
Okay, never mind.
Fave book read this year.
Gideon the Ninth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Harrow the Ninth. And now currently Nona the Ninth. Oh my God, the Locked Tomb series by Tamsin Muir is incredible. It's so good. It's so gay and it's so lesbian. And the first book is so funny. And then the second book is less so. But it's still really good. They're fantastic. They're scratching my brain in such a wonderful way. They're making me enjoy reading at night again.
Yes.
Like just getting me back into reading. And everyone should read them. They're so good. If you have like seen it come across your recommended feed, like let me just second it. It's the Locked Tomb series is so good. And I found out that the author of it got this book deal.
Well, wait, but yeah, say how it made you feel. Because this is the way you told it to me. And it was so, you were like, I love these books. It's making me feel, insane. It's the only thing that's made me feel this way.
Yeah, these books have sort of like gotten me excited in the same way that I have, or in a way that I haven't been as excited about something since like Homestuck in high school. And I was like, holy shit, I can't believe this book is what is like sparking those feelings of like excitement and fandom. And I want to look up all the fan fiction and I want to look at all the fan art. And it's like my whole For You page is just Gideon and Harrow stuff. And I was like, wow, that's crazy that it's making me feel that way. And then I started doing more research on the author. Turns out the author got the book deal to do the Locked Tomb series because they wrote the best Homestuck fan fiction back in the day called the Serendipity Gospels, which was like this whole other imagined universe for this group of characters in this ship that I really liked back in the Homestuck days. It's a fantastic fan fiction. I think it is still on AO3. It's called the Serendipity Gospels. And I was like, holy fuck.
It's all coming. I rest my case.
It's all connected.
And I had even before that been like, this series reminds me so much of this fan fiction that I used to read back in high school. And I was like, I can't believe like there's so many similarities between these two. So I like made the connection. And then I realized that like Gideon and Harrow are very like David Carcat and the sunglasses and the sword, and anyways,
my favorite thing is things that used to be fan fiction and now they're not anymore. But then you know what fan fiction it was. I love it.
The Locked Tomb series is like literally nothing. It has nothing to do with the Serendipity Gospels.
But even then, it's just the passion. It's just the like, I loved this thing so much that it inspired me to make my own story. And then that thing was so good and it had enough support that people were like, make it its own thing. And now it's its own thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is such a good book series. And I've been trying to bully everyone into reading them, but it's tough to get the motor going of like understanding like how the book works. So it just takes a minute.
I think I might have more free time.
You just have to trust the book.
I think in 2026 I might be able to make it happen.
You have to let it wash over you. Tamsin is not explaining the world to you. Tamsin is just putting you in it.
That's what I like about science fiction, like speculative fiction or science fiction. It's like, I love that like every sentence tells me something new that I did not know.
Yes.
There's no explanation at the top that says, here's how the world works.
Yes.
You have to just find it out. I love it.
So good.
I love anything that was a fan. Speaking of,
what?
Monsoon Rising. Oh! Shout out number 1. But more importantly, Tusk Love came out this year. Tusk Love, that's right, is my number 1 read of 2025. Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, like it's so fun. It's so spicy. It's so steamy. If you don't know what Tusk Love is, it's a book that a character in Critical Role like loves. It's Jester's favorite book. And then Critical Role hired Thea Guanzon, who of Hurricane Wars fame, which used to be a Reylo fan fiction, and then everyone was like, "Oh, this is good." Change the characters' names, and then publish it. They hired her to write Tusk Love, so it's like a book that exists within a fictional world that also takes place in a fictional world.
And we will be hiring her to write Drops on the Neck.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And Campbell and I got to meet her, and we told her, "Hey, we're going to be hiring you to write Drops on the Neck."
Yeah. And now she follows us on Instagram, and I think has listened to some episodes.
So it's all coming
one
together.
step closer.
Yeah.
We've been Campbell and I have been fans since college. That's like when we became like super close friends. Is like
Literally.
reading her stuff together. We would stay up to like 3 a.m. at Campbell's house reading her stuff
Her
together.
username was Diasterisms.
Yeah.
We would like look her up on AO3 and
She's still on there, but she's taken down like the stuff that's gotten picked up. But anyway, Tusk Love was so fun. It was just like a steamy, sexy time, which is what it's supposed to be. And then I also read Sunrise on the Reaping.
Oh,
really good. Can't wait for the movie. I'm super into the Hunger Games, so I thought that was a great addition to the series.
My favorite book, I'm actually 20 pages away from the ending, currently reading it.
Whoa, that's
called The Buffalo Hunter Hunter.
Yeah, I want to read this.
Very good. It's a vampire book, all about how like a Native American gets turned into a vampire and kind of goes on a revenge path against the white men who killed all the buffalo. And it's very cool and a very interesting take on vampires that like whatever they drink the blood of, they start morphing into. So it's kind of a new like added problem. If this person wants to kill a bunch of white men and drain their blood, he's going to look like the white men.
Whoa.
I think it's making like really cool like narrative parallels between like what did actually happen and like what is happening with like the colonization of everything. So very good. And it's super interesting because it's written more in like how the story would be told orally, which is way more of like the Native American way of storytelling. So it kind of takes a second to like get your brain into like, this isn't being like written. This is being like, it almost felt like he like maybe like said it out loud and then transcribed it rather than like, oh, I'm trying to write something that like is grammatically and like we have all the foreshadowing. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, that was my number one.
That sounds so good.
That's next on my list.
I read a lot of other books, but that's up there.
Hell,
did you read a book?
I don't even know if I finished a book this
That's
year.
okay.
I started.
Turd was writing the shit that you're listening to right now.
I was gonna say, I was writing a bunch of
And
stuff.
that's why
I
he's
was
taking
gonna
a
say-
break so we can go read a book.
Yeah, I need to go read a book. But I was also going to say, like, I played a lot of video games this year. So I was going to
What was your top video game?
My top video game might have been... Oh, it's hard to choose. I think, Expedition 33 was great. I think Subnautica was great.
Game of the century.
I think
That's my game of the century. Except actually Outer Wilds is the best video game of all time. As obsessed as I am with Expedition 33.
Subnautica was a lot of fun.
You played that for a while.
I'm playing Fallout New Vegas right now. I'm having a blast. I can only recommend games of like they give me the addictive trait where it's like if I am at work, because I have to make time to play video games now in my life. So it's like if I am at work and I'm thinking about playing the video game, then it's a good game. So there was another game that I played recently that I really, really enjoyed. But anyway, that's what I'm playing right now. And so
I'm addicted to Expedition 33 cosplays, and I just got another one in the mail.
a lot of great cosplays.
I just got one in the mail today, and I was like, am I on the clock? Technically, yes. Am I going to try this on real quick?
Don't
Also,
reveal
yes.
it where they can track it.
What? Oh, my employer?
Yeah.
I think he'll let it slide.
Okay, last question, then we got to wrap this up because we got more shit to record.
Yeah.
From Carrot. Also, if we didn't get to your question, we don't get to it in the live stream, which is later, just next Saturday or something. We'll do a Gavin. There's plenty of questions here that we'll do a Gavin Q&A. Maybe we'll bring in special guest Jared if he's available, since apparently he's so...
We'll have him call in.
He's so busy.
Well, hey, I'm taking my break, so...
He's not available, so I guess we'll just answer Jared's questions for him.
What the fuck?
Carrot asked, what size is Jared's crate?
Extra small.
Gotten real small.
There was a
lately.
picture. There was a picture from within it a long time ago.
Oh yeah, and it was very small.
Oh my god.
It was really.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. We upgraded them to a larger one in the middle of this year, and then you can see what happened. So we've gone back down.
Yeah.
Right. We learned from our mistakes there. And you know
Yeah.
what? In 2025, we learned from our mistakes.
Yes, that's for sure. We did bring back the little hamster water bottle. He was just playing in the water too much.
No, they're lying. They haven't given me a hamster water bottle, but I do want that.
I want you to know that we're gesturing with squirrel hands.
With squirrel
on it.
hands on my
Everybody has
fingers.
squirrel hands on.
I do
have the
want
head.
a hamster water bottle. I have said to Olivia many times, I said, wouldn't that be so cool if I had a hamster
Oh,
water
I'm the
bottle?
only one who can do something around
vlog.
here.
What if I had a hamster water bottle next to on the bed, on the headboard next to my head, so I could reach up and go.
Wait.
I have said that verbatim because we've gone to Petco.
You're blending realities, and I don't understand what's real
I
anymore.
want that to be my reality.
There's no bed or headboard in your crate.
I want that to be my reality.
Anyway, his crate's really small, and he's going on break, so I guess it's only going to get smaller.
Well, yeah,
What
you're
does he
gonna
need all
forget to
the-
fucking clean it. So
Yeah, what is he? Well, clean it yourself, man.
What? I can't
clean up after
That's
yourself,
why he
dude.
was splashing the water everywhere.
Yeah, he was trying to clean. Hey guys, what a great year! Why do you laugh every time I say that?
because it's just like such a hard transition.
Guys, this year was one for the books.
Hey guys, let's make 2026 even better.
And with that,
God.
the 2025 season comes to an end.
Peter Pan, that's
Wrong. That's not even what it is.
that's what he called. I don't know what it is.
I'm going my own cloud.
What? Whoa.
What? We are gonna have a little kind of like schedule thing come up on the feed right after this.
If you keep hearing,
reacted like she'd been shot to the fact that we didn't get the reference.
Crazy, yeah.
If you keep hearing us say the words break and hiatus, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck that means. I wasn't in the Patreon, so I don't get the WUG date where Olivia spelled it out for me in written format. What's coming up on the feed after this is like explaining in very plain words what the
What it
break
is.
is with dates. And guess what? Maybe for the good noodles who go listen, maybe there's an extra special treat at the end.
Maybe there's a special treat.
Oh, I'm gonna be such a good noodle.
Maybe you should be a good noodle.
It might feel like it's like, oh, there's like an extra 10 minutes on this episode that is like longer than.
What could that be?
Yeah, what?
They said short.
They said short. Why is there 10 minutes at the end of
I
it?
guess you'll have to go listen and find out.
It's 10 minutes of ads.
Of ads.
Shut up.
Got you.
Shut up.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Anyway, we love you guys. Have a great end of your year. Start your year off listening. Restart Gals and Goblins to start your year off.
Fuck you. Restart it. Episode 1.
Re-listen.
We're gonna be deleting all the episodes and then restarting at 1.
Exactly. We're out of here, guys.
Let me all your faces be forgot and never come to light. Should all acquaintance be forgot. I know we already said this.
And old lang syne.
Ever find yourself bored or trying to kill time? We have finally found a solution for you. Royal Match. Don't believe me? Let's hear what people say.
Royal Match is such a fun puzzle game. There are over 10,000 levels, also a bunch of mini games, which makes it super exciting.
My favorite part? It doesn't need Wi-Fi. I play on my commute, on flights, even while waiting in line.
And honestly, no ads, not a single one. That's why I'm so into it.
So there you have it, a relaxing, challenging, totally ad-free game that goes wherever you go. Download Royal Match and see why everyone loves it.
Hannah Burner, are those the cozy Tommy John pajamas you're buying?
Paige DeSorbo, they are Tommy John. And yes, I'm stocking up because they make the best holiday gifts.
So generous.
Well, I'm a generous girly, especially when it comes to me, so I'm grabbing the softest sleepwear, comfiest underwear, and best fitting loungewear.
So nothing for your bestie.
Of course, I'm getting my dad, Tommy John. Oh, and you, of course.
It's giving holiday gifting made easy.
Exactly. Cozy, comfy, everyone's happy. Gift everyone on your list, including yourself, with Tommy John and get 40% off site-wide right now at TommyJohn.com/comfort.
With stays under $250 a night, Vrbo makes it easy to celebrate sweater weather. You could book a cabin stay with leaf views for days, or a brownstone in a city where festivals are just a walk away, or a lakeside home with a fire pit for cozy nights with friends. Or, if you're not a sweater person, we can call it corduroy weather. More flexible. And with stays under $250 a night, you can book a home that suits your exact needs. Book now at Vrbo.com.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
So are we actually going to tell people what this podcast is?
It's Gloss Angeles. We talk about beauty.
And by beauty, we mean proven science, celebrity glam, debunking internet narratives, and whatever drama TikTok has cooked up before 9 a.m.
Plus the products you should actually use, not just the products going viral on your feed. We are two beauty journalists who've been in this industry long enough to know what's real, what's marketing, and what's basically a group hallucination.
And we're obsessed with the why behind trends. Why everyone suddenly wants to smell like a cupcake. Why teens are doing 9-step routines. And why some celebrity brands work and others don't.
And if you want the real insider experience,
join Gloss Angeles Confidential, where you get to test products before they launch. It's like being a beauty editor without the inbox trauma.
So if you want the truth, the tea, the science, the scandal,
and the occasional emotional breakdown over sunscreen,
welcome to Gloss Angeles!
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.